Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday, October 10th, 2023, and welcome to episode 810 of the Giant Bombcast, powered by NZXT. I am your host this week on God's favorite podcast, Jan Ochoa. Co-captain of the ship is gone in the woods. Who knows what he's doing? Apparently washing dishes in the woods. It's my headcanon now that Jeff Grubb cut down a tree, whittled that tree down into several dishes and utensils to feed his family or help feed his family. Speaking about family, we got family man himself, Jeff Bakalar.
Yep, that's how I'm referred to socially and professionally, a family man. Thanks for having me here today, Jan. How the hell are you?
I'm doing great. I feel recharged after a 3-day weekend. Speaking about 3-day weekends, we got 3-day weekends personified as a person. Who's it going to be?
It's Mitch.
Dan Reichert.
Oh my goodness.
Mr. 3. That's big
I
wrestling
like
energy.
That. Like RVD was Mr.
Mr.
Monday Night.
3-day
I could be
weekend.
Mr. 3-day weekend right here. Yeah. I can go for that.
With that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
you know, Dan, I feel like the vibe, you have matches like a 3-day weekend as well. You know, it's like there's like an extra layer.
Okay, like just a little bonus,
Like a
bonus
little
on top,
like
there.
a little bonus, like a little,
Okay.
like a little, you know.
Yeah,
But-
right. Am I the RVD of Giant Bomb?
Yes.
Yeah, you're stoned all the time.
That's me. Yes, that's my whole thing.
Speaking about being stoned all the time, Mike Minotti.
Hey!
Look at me. I'm the co-captain now. Do you guys ever feel guilty quoting movies you've never actually seen, by the way?
I just don't do that because it's weird.
Sorry, Dan. I want to be weird.
Don't be weird,
for
Mike.
you. Yeah. I don't want to weird you out, Dan.
You've never seen that movie?
I haven't seen it.
No. No,
Yeah,
I never
I've never
saw
seen
it.
that either. I don't think anyone has.
Yeah, I think everyone just knows the meme, and yeah, so that they're good there.
And speaking about memes, we have the utmost expert on the current state of the meme economy. Niki Grayson is here.
Memes are down. Sell all
Really?
of them. Sell them. Get out of the meme business.
Oh, shit.
There's no more memes. The memes are over. All my memes are dead.
Remember when
Is
memes
there
were
such
just
thing
innocent?
as a meme economy? Because like memes have never been worth anything, right? In terms of money. Like
No, but I think there's like cultural value in the meme.
Sure.
Like some
but
you're typical at fungibly no, but like culturally, like you're not gonna run around using an advice animal in the year of our Lord 2023.
advice animal. What is that?
Yeah.
It's a whole
It's like
subculture.
remember Reddit meme at the beginning when it was just picture of animal and then it was big impact font top, impact font
dude.
at bottom.
I remember the impact font, but
Yeah,
not
that's
like
advice
the,
animals.
Those were
Advice
called advice
animal.
animals.
My
Is that like
favorite
the
one.
really owl? The owl going
Oh,
like this?
yeah.
and
Yeah,
there's a
that's
really
an
at the bottom?
advice
Yep.
animal.
What's
Yep.
the advice?
No,
Well-
there is. I don't know, but that's what they were called.
There's a catch-all term for
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My favorite advice animal was Courage Wolf, or was it the angry looking wolf?
Yeah.
Those were
Wolf is
fun.
good.
Yeah.
Is the hamster that was surprised? Was that the turnaround
That's
gopher
a
guy?
GIF. Nope, that's not
That's not an advice
Yeah.
animal?
No,
That's just a
Okay,
GIF.
that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No.
because he wasn't trying to tell you anything. You know,
It was like Scumbag Steve. It was like
Oh, yeah.
the nerdy high
that
school
nerdy-
photo.
Yeah.
It was the Omar Gersh girl.
Oh,
Yeah, the
right.
Dog with the courage dog.
Is the
Courage the
hamster
Cowardly
dance?
Dog.
Is the hamster dance an advice animal?
No,
No,
he's just the original meme.
Okay.
It's really
Got
just
it.
like like Niki said, like impact font top and bottom.
Got
like
it.
does this, does that.
Do you
kind
think?
of thing.
Do you think it can come back?
The hamster
Yeah.
dance?
I mean, that
Both.
subreddit
Both.
appears to be alive and well. I don't know.
What happens if you go to hamster dance? I think it was misspelled because didn't they have the P in the URL? And there's no P in hamster.
There's no.
Hey, Dan, did you know that the hamster dance is a sped up Disney song?
Oh no.
God damn it.
How-
I really do wonder, like in a full-on like game show, high-pressure circumstance, if
Sure.
if Mitch can get to Disney or I can get to wrestling first. I think that might be close. We've tried it a couple times briefly, and like it does seem like we both have immediate answers for anything.
Yeah, we need a larger sample size. We have to do it for like 2 hours to like really make it scientific.
It's more of an endurance thing rather than like a speed thing. It almost because I feel like you'll both get there, right?
I can go forever though. If it's an endurance thing, look, I have Guinness World Records back when they were a shoot.
They were never a shoot, Dan. They were never a shoot.
Dude, I hate that shit. This Tommy Tallarico bullshit. And no one paid anything. I had a fucking a person fly out from Guinness to make sure everything was letter of the law. My bathroom breaks were fucking logged minute by minute. It was a fucking shoot when I got my Guinness World Records. And Tallarico and these yahoos came and fucked it up.
What was your Guinness World Record for?
Longest fighting game marathon, which I lost. And within the next year, I lost it.
So you don't have
come and take it from you?
No, just some people do it, and then they get the new certificate, and yours is no longer like on the website. But
Do they make
longest
you burn
Mario
it?
marathon, I've had for like a decade now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's a fucking shoot.
I should beat it. How long was it? I'm going to beat it. I'm
50?
going to take that from
All right,
you.
do it. 50 hours.
50.
50.
I mean, you
That's not
watched
healthy.
the H-Bomber Guy video, Dan, right?
did,
Like you
yes.
saw how he invalidated
Yes.
pretty much everything
No,
Guinness stands
I was like
for,
mad.
right?
Like me and Bianca were watching, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like this sucks!" Like he totally like made it's a laughing stock of Guinness. Like
Yeah.
it used to be a real deal.
Yeah.
And it's on
Maybe.
Guinness too. If Guinness is like, if Guinness is offering that as a like, you can pay us and we'll do this and we'll make up a bullshit category.
Sure,
for you.
sure.
But I had
I-
to do all the legwork on my end.
I got a question. So I learned fairly recently that a Michelin star is the same thing as the Michelin tire company,
Tire.
right?
Yes.
That
Correct,
confuses me too.
Weird,
yeah.
but true.
Yeah.
And it's just because like, oh, this is worth driving to with your Michelin tires, right?
Correct.
That's the whole
Oh,
thing.
weird. That's
Yeah, they're the
Guinness?
same Guinness to answer your question. Yeah, it's the beer people.
Oh,
They're
It
the
is the
same.
beer people.
This is the same people.
Yeah.
that's
The beer
weird.
people.
Oh, I did not know
The
that.
beer
For
people
real?
also make the world records.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Why?
Why?
That's so weird.
Just like a marketing, it's all a marketing arm. It's just
What, do you
that.
think like the government does it? Yeah, it's nonsense. It's nothing. I'm sorry, Dan.
It's not some space
Yo,
tribunal. Like
I-
it's fucking.
I thought this. Growing up, I loved the Guinness TV show that they had on Fox or whatever, and I thought
sure.
it was like the pinnacle of human achievement. You know?
Oh yeah, I used to buy all the books throughout the 90s.
Ah,
I used to
me
have those
too.
giant
Probably.
fucking
there you
books.
go.
Yeah.
You bought into the bullshit.
It probably was like a bar bet, like settle a bet at a
Yeah.
bar situation.
Yeah. How many of these
Right.
beers can you drink without puking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
What's
the
world
first Guinness
record,
record.
and then you probably sell the books to the bars.
Yeah.
New
Who can
book
pee
every
the
year.
farthest? Yeah.
Hey,
well, guys,
well, I got pee after I drink with Guinness in it. That's wrong.
Oh, I didn't
Wow.
know.
Great.
It's like we're back.
I
It's
didn't
like
know
we're
that
back.
the sixth person was here of today's
Wow,
Bombcast.
Pac.
Amazing.
I don't think Pac plays video games.
I'm kind of mad. I was I did like a Europe tour when I was a senior in high school, and
With
we
your
went to Dublin, and it was funny because it was my class from Poland, Ohio, and then a class
Oh,
from California,
Oh.
and they were all wild in those California kids. So we go to Dublin. We had a choice of going to the Guinness factory or some college. And I went to the everybody from Port Ohio went to the college. All the California
chose
kids went to the
to?
beer
You
place.
chose.
I did,
Sorry. You
Yeah.
were in Ireland.
It was Trinity. Yeah. Trinity was a cool college, to be clear. But I so like the legal drinking age was 18, so I could have drank. But I didn't start drinking until I was 23. It was never an age thing. I just thought I wouldn't like beer for a long time. So sorry.
Interesting. It's fine
Beer is,
and interesting.
Beer is beer is. I think I'm allergic to beer.
yeah, a lot of
you-
people
Development
are.
that I'm learning about.
My brother
I
is.
think it's a gluten,
Like-
like a larger gluten thing or something.
Unclear. Like
Yeah.
I basically can only have Corona now. But every time I have a beer at an establishment, my throat closes up a little bit.
So,
And
do you
I'm
get
like,
like
oh,
the
this
sniffles
sucks.
too? You get like a runny nose or no?
No, just a throat in here closing up.
Oh,
Situation.
wild.
I don't
And I
know.
kind of
My-
itchy. And I'm like, well, I guess can't have beer anymore.
I mean, there's worse things.
Yeah.
My brother like will have 3 beers and then look like he has a cold.
That's awful.
Oh.
Yeah, but he doesn't
Weird.
stop. He just keeps.
Oh.
drinking.
Hey,
He's-
I went camping over the weekend for I wound up going camping with a couple family friends every October to celebrate a bunch of October birthdays.
Mm.
And then they were like, "Oh, let's go do shots." And then
Oof.
my tummy dropped, yo. And then I was like, "Okay, if it's JMO, I'm okay. If it's whiskey, I
Mhm.
can do this." And then I don't know what it is. I don't know if this happens to y'all social circles as well, but everyone's getting mad into tequila right now, and I can't do
Tequila's
it.
having a moment. Tequila's having a moment.
So nuts. Tequila is awful.
Is it because
can't
The
do it.
Rock made one?
Well, maybe.
Maybe he was part of the wave, right? Because like The
Maybe.
Rock put out a tequila. Clooney has one, right? Or had one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
he's had one for a while.
Ryan Reynolds has one.
His is gin.
Jane.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's Aviator, right?
Yeah.
Aviation.
That's
yeah.
the tilt I'm on. Gin is great.
I can't. do
Everyone
gin.
should get deep into gin.
Yeah, tequila. I feel like tequila is having a moment. They started putting it in seltzers instead of vodka, and I feel like
Mike,
that's
are you
been
okay?
a big.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I was just muted for a long time until chat told me. I was screaming a lot of funny things.
Oh.
I screamed that gin was the coward's tequila.
Wow.
Defending tequila vehemently. I was giving all the credit to The Rock for tequila. But yes, thank you.
I like it in margaritas. Like I think that's
Well,
good.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean that's
of
a
course,
tequila
yeah.
drink, yeah.
You
I
know,
fuck
like,
with
I could just do
mezcal.
it. I could do it dry. I could just go straight tequila.
Can't
I
do
like it.
mezcal.
Is mezcal tequila?
mhm.
It's adjacent. Mezcal is basically a smokier tequila with a slightly different
Fuck
process.
gross.
Oh,
It's
really? You guys don't
disgusting.
like mezcal?
It's
I just don't
so
like tequila.
disgusting.
Do
Really?
not like tequila. No.
No.
The
The only
most
time
drunk
I
I've
ever- Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I was gonna
Oh,
say
I
the
was
most drunk.
Remote podcasting. Yeah.
the best.
The most drunk I've ever been. The last drink I remember putting into my body was like 3 sips of some sort of weird mezcal at this bar in San Francisco. And I remember putting it into my body and being like, well, this is disgusting. And then the next memory I have is probably 45 minutes later, head deep into the toilet.
Oh.
Your whole head, like below
Yeah.
the rim.
Yeah, I was like in there. I was out.
I learned about some kind of mummified toe shot from Dan's podcast, so that was a whole thing.
Oh, is that
Okay.
the? Did Mary go there or something? And
No, you got an email about it. Yeah.
Oh, right. I don't remember.
I love listening to Dan's podcast and trying to talk to him about it. He's like, I
I
don't know
never
you're
know what the
talking
hell anyone's talking about.
What
We
are you
recorded-
talking-
We recorded like 5 days before it comes out, and as soon as I start seeing all these comments and stuff, and people bringing up to me, and I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I have no memory of this conversation.
I would have thought the mummified toe shot was
It's
left the
ringing a
mark,
bell.
yeah.
It's ringing a bell now that you say it. Yeah.
yeah, in the Yukon, where
Yeah,
I guess
right.
mummified toes aren't that rare.
Hey, you know, anything with toes, nothing bad can happen. You know,
That's
guys,
true.
Yeah.
please, guys,
Can I?
please, please.
Speaking of nothing bad happening, can I bring
Oh.
up something real quick?
Sure, sure. Is this gonna mess up my segue though?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
Just something else I want to talk about. Dan sent me something in the mail the other day, and
Oh, yes.
he remembers that.
I do
sort
remember
of.
that. Yes. I was like, what the fuck did I
I
send
just
you?
gotta say, you know, it was like, you know, you get like little packets in the mail, and I looked at it, and it was like one of the more suspicious looking mail pieces I've gotten in a while, because it was like all handwritten. I don't trust handwritten mail anymore.
You think
I think
have like a fucking like label printer?
no, I don't know. Like it just looked weird. But
Looks
what was
threatening.
very cool, it did look threatening. It was almost like, should I open this with a hazmat suit? But what was very cool, Dan, and I respect the hell out of you for this. Your stamps. You got cool
Oh.
stamps, man.
Oh yeah,
Use
yeah.
some really
It's-
cool
add a little
space
flavor.
stamps.
Get a little flavor in there.
Little
yeah.
flare on the
Yeah.
envelope, on the padded envelope.
Actually, you know what? I got to credit Bonk for that. Bonk picked those up. But
Very
they're
cool, very cool stamp game you've got going
Yeah.
on there,
I've
buddy.
never felt
Yeah.
older than this
Yeah.
moment.
Like I looked
Have
at
you
him.
met Vinny? Vinny, he's like the stamp lifestyle.
Oh, really? What do you mean? What is
I
it?
just-
What does that mean?
He's like a stamp collector type.
Oh, I thought he was a coin guy.
Oh yeah, coins and stamps are different. Yeah, okay.
Same
yeah.
thing. No, Dan, I'm with you. That shit's the same in my head. If you
Yeah,
collect,
yeah.
if you collect,
Class.
it's the same kind of guy.
Yeah, it's the same kind of like.
Hey, he's also
like
the ham
dusty
radio guy.
guy.
So yes,
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
these are all good. Vinny's amazing.
Yeah, they're all great guys. They're just the same kind of guy to me.
Yeah.
And that one of those guys could be into several of those things.
I
Right.
do think we're
Yes.
very close to the point where, like, next time we see Vinny, he's just like whittling wood, right? For
Does he
sure.
not
We should
already
be
do that?
lucky.
He just
we should be
brings
so
it around
lucky.
with him. He's like,
I can
I've
see
just
it.
been making this pipe for about a month, you know?
Yeah, and good for him.
You see that dude's like hands? Like those hands are the hands of someone that collects stuff
Oh,
and whittles
they-
stuff.
He's
Mhm.
you hear like, remember Madden used to say like, guy's got bear claws. Like my man's got bear claws.
It's
You
still,
should see chopsticks in his hands. They look like toothpicks. It's crazy.
Well, you don't see him for long because it takes him like 2.5 minutes to eat any sized meal.
Oh, inhales it.
Like,
I've never
Chipotle
felt
burrito, blink and you'll miss it.
I've never felt
it's
more
insane.
validated than eating with Vinny though, because I've always been told I'm a fast eater and that I've had to slow down when I eat with my partner. But then I had a meal with Vinny once, it's gone. Like, oh, cool.
I'm the opposite. I'm a really slow eater, so whenever I ate with Vinny, it's like I would literally be like 2 bites into something, and he would have a clean plate, and I would just feel like an asshole.
I went out for spicy curry with him and Alex like 3 months ago. And we were ordering and the waitress was like, "What level of spice do you want?" And it was 1 through 5. And Alex is like, "I'll take 2." I'm like, I'll try a 1. It seems like Vinny's like 5 and I don't need to sign the waiver.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's that guy. He's
Okay?
that guy.
Then he
Holy
proceeded
shit.
to like blow Alex and I out of the water at the speed at which he inhaled this wildly spicy food, like not even breaking a sweat. When I eat spicy stuff, like the top of my head gets a little sweaty sometimes, like my nose gets sweaty. He didn't even take a sip of water, if I remember correctly.
I feel like, remember those Packy chips that I used to bring in, and then
Yeah,
like
the
the world's
coffin
hottest
chips?
1 chip challenge that they took off the shelves because they're like killing kids this year.
Okay.
So I would do those. I did one for Extra Life. I did one with Danny O'Brien. You were there for that.
Yeah.
And then I had one with Vinny that during like an Extra Life or something, I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna Periscope this or something. It's gonna be crazy seeing Vinny squirm." And then he just ate it. He was like, "Yeah,
He's a freak.
What's the deal?" Like, just no sold it. Like, I don't think it affected him.
Yeah, I think he must like coat his entire esophagus with like metal or something. Like something's going on where like
Just a
he is
gullet.
unfazed.
It's
by
when
all of
Homer
this.
takes the candle before he has the spicy pepper and he just
Yeah.
pours the whole candle in his mouth. Yeah.
Wax. He's a wax boy. Oh my god.
He's a wax boy, just like Mike and I are dry guys.
Dry guys, we're going dry. I can't be a dry CPAP guy. Yeah, I got my CPAP machine yesterday. My first CPAP night, everybody.
How was it?
It was okay. You know, they always tell you it's going to take a little bit getting used to. I did eventually fall asleep with it and go okay with that. For a while, I was uncomfortable because I realized like the intense suction was pulling my mustache hairs into
Directly
it.
into the fucking machine, right?
Yeah, so that was
Yeah.
once I adjusted for that, that was a little bit better. But
do you have just the nose part or the part that comes all the way over your face?
I have just the nose for now, and
Okay.
I think I'm gonna be okay with that. The biggest problem was that I woke up and my nose was just so dry because I didn't use the humidifier for the first night, and I think I definitely need to use that.
Yeah, you
'cause,
gotta
like,
use it.
It was like I thought, it was gonna like chip off or something if I touched my nose. It felt so incredibly dry. But like when I woke up, I felt pretty good. Like right now, I feel pretty good, even though I went to sleep way too late because I accidentally played Baldur's Gate 3 till 3 a.m. So
I don't
can't
think you.
really judge
I
it.
don't think you accidentally do that, Mike.
You kind of do. Like it was like I stopped playing at 11:30. I was like, okay, I'm gonna like get a snack, maybe brush my teeth. Then I was like, there's like the one thing I still want to do though. So like I went and did that, and then like, now I want to see what the next thing that happens is, and then I was real deep into it and basically pulled myself away at 3. It was kind of this thing where it felt like I was at the end of Act 2 a bunch, but then things kept happening, but they were interesting things, and I kept going. Then I was close to leveling up, and so I wanted to level up. Yeah, it was all on me.
Okay.
You're still playing right now.
That's why I'm only half engaged with this shit.
He's half
I have
asleep
not-
right now.
I have not been able to stop thinking since Jan said dry guys that how have they not, when there's dry bones, there's dry Bowser, so they've shown that they're fine going. Why don't we have dry guys that are shy guy skeletons? Why has that never happened?
I don't know. I just
Because
love
it's
how you
right
get off
away.
the-
You'd have,
right?
But what's the? Well, I guess it's 2 things, right? How do we know that that's not what they look like?
Oh, because the whole
that's
cloak.
That's their entire. There's no innards. There's
Yeah.
no
What
organs
if
or
there's
skeletons.
no? Yeah.
Because
And that's why they're wearing the clothes.
I think there was like one of those like Woolly Yoshi games or something where I think it was, because I was playing it at Giant Bomb West, and there's a part where there's like a sheet, like an X-ray machine, and enemies are flying through and you see their skeletons. And I believe it was a shy guy that went through there, and you saw the skeleton. Because I remember Drew watching me play, and Drew being like, "Oh, that's fucked up. That's what a shy guy's skeleton looks like." So I think they do have skeletons. Why have they not existed
They
as
should just
dry
be.
guys before?
We should just get the nervous system for them.
Oh god.
Wire guys.
It's like one of those
Yeah,
bodies exhibits where you can just see
guys.
all of the like
Yeah,
tendons
yeah.
and stuff spread
Yeah.
out.
I want to get one.
You
I
know?
want to get like a 19-foot one of those for my front yard just to stand out.
Yes.
What if they're ashamed of their bones? You know, that's why they wear the cloaks.
I mean, is anyone really self-conscious about their bones? Like no one ever sees them.
there has to be someone self-conscious about bones.
You
Sure.
can't see them. Teeth
Damn
are bones,
bones,
but that's
damn
pretty much it.
Teeth and bones.
Non-teeth bones, you don't have to worry about.
Ideally, they should not be out invisible.
Yeah.
There's bigger problems if your bones are visible.
Yeah.
I was watching Nightmare Before Christmas last week, and then one character called Jack Skellington Bone Daddy, and then I just
Yeah.
I was like nodding my head. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to be
Hey,
called
the-
Bone Daddy. I'm going
You
to change
mean
my whole
you mean
personality.
Yeah, you mean
Fortnite
Fortnite
star
Exactly.
Jack Skellington.
Oh, he's in
Yeah.
Fortnite?
He's in
Yeah.
Fortnite
Oh,
today.
really?
Today,
Him.
him.
I figure there's like a huge section in the news about it, which we'll talk.
I thought
to.
that would be the whole thing. Was just
Yeah,
talking
it
about
was
Jack
just
Skellington
about-
shooting people with a gun.
Oh,
Fortnite
that's
nightmares
kind of
today.
cool.
Yeah, it's
Alan
him,
Wake's in
Alan
there.
Wake.
What?
the guy from Halloween.
Michael Myers?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that
I've
guy.
been out of the loop.
Wait,
Damn.
Michael Myers
is today,
and Jack
Dan?
Skellington have both been added.
in the same update. Yes. And Mike Myers
Okay.
plays the theme song to Halloween, and then instead of using his right hand on the piano, he pulls his knife out, and then he does
mean,
the
look,
bass line with his knife.
If I am a company
Oh.
that did something abhorrent and disgusting last week, this is how I
Uh-huh.
would follow it up with the next.
Is that you're
week, too,
back
I
in?
guess.
Yeah.
It's just I guess this isn't the first character from like a straight up kids movie being added.
I
to
mean, all the
Fortnite to go shoot
Marvel
people.
movies,
all the
and
Marvel,
characters.
Yeah.
Star
The
Wars,
Star
kind,
Wars.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Becky
I mean, Naruto's
Lynch.
basically just kids anime, right? Like I'm
Dragon
sure other
Ball,
people
Dragon
like
Ball.
it, Dragon
Yeah.
Ball.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Just
kid
put
friendly
Uncle
anime.
Joey in fucking Fortnite. What are we waiting for?
From,
Put Uncle
from Full
Joey.
House.
And Uncle Jesse.
Dave Coulier
Yeah.
is very expensive.
Is he?
Oh,
I'm
he
sure
is.
we
It's
can
like,
get
it's like
him.
Okay.
getting the Beatles.
They
for a
got
commercial.
motherfucking Jack Skellington.
Oh my
Is the
god!
president?
Can you imagine the cut it out taunt that would
Yes!
pop
Oh,
up?
I
Dude,
love
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Put him in
good.
fucking Fortnite, you cowards.
I
What are we
was- I
doing?
was kind of
Oh.
addicted to Full House as a kid. I
Me
don't
too.
know.
That
Oh,
checks
wow.
out.
So
It checks
Remember
out.
when she
Like-
falls off that horse?
Yeah.
That was
there
so
there,
sad.
there was Full House. Then what was the? It wasn't. Snick was Nick on Saturdays.
unrelated.
TGIF. So it
Yes.
was Family
Yeah.
Matters. Then was Full House ever part of that, or was it always
No,
Family Matters? Then Step by Step.
Yeah. Was
Then
wait,
like Sabrina.
Wasn't Dinosaurs was on
Yeah,
I did not like
yeah, that for a
dinosaurs.
bit.
I loved
Dan, you shut your
dinosaurs.
whore mouth.
Yeah.
It's
I
the
like
best show
dinosaurs
ever.
more than you.
name a more prehistoric accurate show ever.
Oh,
like
yes.
name one. I
I
dare
mean, the
you.
ending.
okay.
The ending was
Like,
very
okay, Jan,
accurate.
what don't you like about it? Is it
I
you
just
don't
didn't like the-
puppets?
Puppets.
I see. The thing is, I love Jim Henson style stuff, but like, I just didn't like the suits. They just made me feel weird. I hated
I love
the baby.
That baby's great.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated the
baby.
baby.
I
But
love
You know
it.
what's a-
Mama, it's
You know
good-
what's a
it's
good
gimmick.
baby? Stewie.
Huh.
Stewie from Family Guy. That's a good
Wow.
baby.
Wow.
Okay.
Just a bunch of old people
I mean-
talking about old people stuff.
I mean,
Wow.
without not the mama, there's probably no Stewie Griffin too. If
Yeah,
we're being honest.
come on. He's
Like,
the baby guy. I love him.
you
All
know.
right, let's be cool with the youth. How about Alf?
Remember,
Are
Alf, he's
the
back.
kids into Alf?
Nikki is
Boss.
Is Alf
Nikki's-
back?
I think
Nikki's
Alf's kind of always
eyebrows
been
cannot
around.
get higher on their
I
head.
don't know. I don't know what Alf is.
Wow,
My
wait.
only.
Wait,
I know
could
what
you,
Alf
could you
is.
point out Alf in a police lineup?
Oh my god, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Of course.
Eats cats.
What do you mean?
He's
Okay,
brown.
Okay, you know,
The
you
only-
know.
Was
Okay.
he on Larry King once?
Probably.
God, I hope so.
That's my most
Sure.
like whenever I
No,
think
no,
of
that was
Alf,
Larry King you were seeing.
Oh, whenever I think of Alf, I think of Larry King for some reason.
That's really
Well,
weird.
That's a strange association, but I'm not mad at it. Like, it's they're definitely from the same sort of like cultural, early '90s weirdness.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just want one day. I want Dan to be in a police lineup, just because that's like Dan's thing. That's like if you were to go to like TV tropes and like character things that Dan brings up. always brings up a police
But it's
lineup.
just it's such a good reference point of like
Analogy,
knowing whether
sure.
you recognize
Yeah.
something or not. It's like that. I
Who
know
else-
what that is.
But
you know?
who else is in this lineup of Alf lookalikes?
Right? Is it
It
just
would be
That I'm
humans
like,
and
having
then
to
Alf?
pick Alf out of.
Snuffleupagus, Grover would be there. I think like just like Pee-wee, like a human.
Arthur, he's an
You got to mix it
anteater.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well, then
Ar-
Arthur never had a physical form, right? Arthur was just a cartoon.
I just
Oh, so Arthur's not real enough
See-
compared to the puppet.
Right. The other ones are shoots. Arthur's
and here I am.
There's a live action Arthur.
So you were like, can you pick Alf out of a police lineup? And here I am, like picturing a police lineup with like one guy that's clearly Alf, but then like Alf stunt doubles, just sort of like just standing on either side of him, sweating it out. Hope he doesn't get fingered here.
whoa,
Alf hates
What?
getting
What?
fingered.
What are we
Canonically,
saying?
Alf hates getting fingered.
wait,
What
what?
the fuck? What are you talking about?
Fingered, like pointed out, like, oh, that's the killer. That's the real Alf.
Why would you say pointed out and not say fingered?
Say
Yeah,
fingered.
you can't just throw out fingered like that.
All right.
Okay,
Lesson learned.
I had a
Is
quick
Alf
question.
fuck?
Probably.
Yes.
Quick
How
question.
dare you?
Do police sketch artists, are they still a thing? Can I go to any police station and there's a sketch artist on the clock?
Just waiting in the
I
lobby.
was looking this up because I wanted to do a feature back at Giant Bomb East where I had like an NYPD police sketch artist and I sit him down and I describe, like, I don't tell him what I'm describing, but we just film him as I describe like Crash Bandicoot's features and just like see what it winds up looking like. You know? And I think I looked into it, and I think you can't just like hire police sketch artists.
Okay, 'cause
If
I-
you're a
That's AI
civilian.
now, though.
Oh, no.
I could see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Just type features into box and then computer make black guy. Like that's I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it is at this point.
Yeah, we've really fast tracked to racism.
Yeah.
now.
I was watching, I asked this because I was watching the Haunted Mansion movie, which surprisingly isn't as bad as the trailers let on
Oh,
to be.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Eddie
I
Murphy
haven't
one?
even seen
No,
it. That's
no,
how-
no. The new
that's how-
one.
Oh, I was just
Yeah.
thinking. I thought the demo derby showed the Eddie Murphy thing. I was like, oh, maybe that's
Oh,
popular now.
I mean, I'll watch
Yeah.
Danny DeVito. Like, oh, of course.
Danny DeVito's great in it. But then there's a sketch artist scene, and I was like, I want to do that, but just as an excuse to get like free portraits of friends and
Sure.
give it out as like, hey, this is a thoughtful gift that I got for you.
That's a good bit.
I
like
sketched
that.
it. Like, hey, Dan, I got someone to draw you. Here you go.
I mean, you just go to Six Flags to a caricature artist. And
Yeah,
you
but
give
this
them
would be
a-
free, though.
Wouldn't it
I
be
don't
funnier to
think
have
so. I don't
somebody?
think it's pro bono.
It's not?
I don't think so.
Oh, what the hell?
I think they're getting paid.
Can we just get anybody to do a police sketch? Like, we should get somebody who doesn't have artistic talent, and so then we're gonna start
Oh,
describing a person to you.
I
boy.
smell
You're gonna start
a
drawing them.
UPF.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna get everyone pen, like a sketch pad, a fine pencil.
that.
Okay, it's gonna be great.
That
We're gonna
sounds
get
pretty
the
good. I have a document
charcoals
camera.
out. Charcoals.
Ooh, the shader. Couple
Shaders?
shaders.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. I guess let's talk about video games.
Okay.
Is this the music? There's the music.
There it is.
Here it is. You ready for this?
That's the video game music.
That's the video game music. We
Really
can talk
is.
about games now. Turns out there's a lot of games coming out, and a lot of games have come out. Just can't talk about some of them.
Yeah.
Can't talk about them.
Maybe the main games we're spending time with right now can't talk about.
It's
for a bit.
All right,
Yeah.
let's move on.
So I guess we'll see after this break. Okay, but a game that 3 of us have played, and I surprisingly enjoyed it, was Payday 3.
Everybody get
Yes.
the fuck down! This is a fucking stick up.
That was terrifying. If anyone saw that UPF.
Oh, so I went over to like family dinner this weekend, and my stepmom like greeted me. She's like, "I saw one of your videos, and I had to turn it off." She wasn't mad, but I was like, "What was it?" She's like, I just never heard you talk like that before. It's like, oh my god, it was definitely the clip of me telling people to like stay down, or I would shoot them in the head. They wouldn't see their families again.
Where did this come from,
Good
Mike?
threat.
I'm a professional, so I was like, okay, we're doing a bank robbing thing. What do bank robbers yell at people to stay down, or they're gonna fucking shoot them? So at some point, I assume it's gonna go south, and then I'll take charge there. I'll take care of the hostages.
Mike, are you one of those guys that has like a deep seated like well of rage inside of you?
No.
No, I don't know if this pleasant Disney exterior was masking like some dark shit.
No, not
Good
even
thought. It's a good
remotely.
thought.
Okay.
No, I'm quite pleasant and happy.
No, I'm quite pleasant and happy.
Everything is as appears. Okay, good.
Yeah, no.
But Dan, Mike, neither of you have any experience with Payday either, right? Like, or just
No,
like
that's my
checking it
first
out
time.
once
I
or
think
twice.
I probably
Playing it.
briefly tried the first one a decade ago or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the most time I've spent with it was with you guys.
Right, like Payday 2 came out in 2013, which doesn't feel real.
10 years ago?
Yeah, gross.
When was
disgusting.
the first one?
Oh God,
Even- yeah,
1999.
Was there a first one? I feel like it's a Street Fighter thing where I didn't even like for a while.
No,
I was like,
sure.
I don't think there was a Street
Yeah,
Fighter.
there was no Payday 1. They
had to
just
be
started
post-
with 2.
Post 2007 because it's extremely like some dudes saw The Dark Knight and were like, ooh, we can do
Oh.
a game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2011.
that checks out.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like
Yeah.
a quick because Payday 2 felt like an Assassin's Creed. I played a lot of Payday 2.
Oh.
Payday 2 felt like Assassin's Creed 2, which is to say that the first one had all of the ideas but no video game. And then the video game came when they made the second one.
Let's see.
And then I don't know if this one is seen as better than or a step up or a step down because I don't really know. I'm not in tune with Payday fans really, but I like this a lot.
But I think the general thing is this happens with a lot of these live service games that have been around for a while, and then the new one comes out. Like The Sims has this problem where you don't have as much content at first because right because Payday 2 had 10 years of DLC and fine tuning, so there's that problem. And then the servers were really bad at first, so that was a problem. But I think people generally do like the way the game plays and feels. So I think it's going to kind of get there for a lot of people. But yeah, I'm same thing, Dan. I never played 2, so when I was just playing 3, I was like, oh, this is fun. I don't know
it's
what I'm
kinda-
missing.
It kind of feels to me like a multiplayer Hitman in that way, where it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm
Little
going to
bit,
walk
yeah.
into this place and nothing is going crazy as I walk into it.
Mhm.
Let's try this out, best laid plans, and then if things go south, we'll have to wing it. And that's totally how it feels. But when you've got 4 people, it's kind of fun to be like, all right, I'm going to be on keycard duty. I'm going to try to take the badge off the security guy. You go over there, Mike. You're going to take down the security thing. Okay, Bailey, you're doing this. Like it was really fun. Like I feel like I really wanted to get that first level done, like without a drop of blood, without any raising any eyebrows or anything. Like I could see if you had a group and you played it
Yeah.
regularly, that
Yeah.
it'd be really fun to get good at that game.
Nikki, in your experience with Payday 2, at least, do you ever play with randos? Like,
Oh,
how is?
Christ,
Oh, okay,
God,
all right.
no, because it's just so there's just such an for me the part that Dan is talking about is the fun part is being able to the collaborative aspect of it and trying to even if the conclusion is we're gonna go in guns blazing, I would like everyone to be on that same page to go in guns blazing. When you would play public lobbies, especially, it was that game that came out. Payday 2 came out on the 360.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. So just imagine that era of horrible person on the online internet. There was no collaboration. It would be 3 people on board and one person being like, I'm gonna shoot everybody.
Yeah, you really.
And it's
do
like,
need to be
I
on the same
don't-
page.
I don't wanna. This sucks. But Payday 2 fundamentally broke. You know when you play a video game and it's like all video games are tied up together by string?
yeah.
But you're like, oh, this string is thin. This is fishing wire. Payday 2 felt like that. And my brief time with Payday 3 also kind of felt like that. It feels like this game is very loosely tied together. But yeah, I enjoyed my I played an hour and a half of it by myself, which is the not ideal way to play Payday, I don't think.
I want to
Are
play more
you playing with
Payday.
bots on your team at that point?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Are they smart as far as do they go
No.
and accomplish objectives, or do you have to tell them to go do stuff?
No, I didn't feel good about it.
Oh yeah. All right.
I'm sorry.
It seems like there was
Nikki.
some variety at least. I kind of assumed it was all going to be all right, here's a different building, you go rob.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
that second mission we did was on that bridge where you're doing a very Heat style, hey, we're going to stop this
Yeah.
truck and steal shit and get out of there. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what kind of variety there is in it.
Yeah, I felt really bad though that as I was playing Payday 3, I couldn't help but think in my own head, wow, this reminds me a lot of Crime Boss Rocky City. But good. Wow.
That's what they're going for. They were inspired by
That's
Crime
exactly
Boss.
what they were
Yeah.
going for.
I felt dirty afterwards, but I still wanted to play more
That's
Payday
not your
3.
fault, you know.
It's not my fault.
That was just the ink bombs that got you.
It's just the ink bombs. Yep, just got in my eyes, and then everyone's bloodlust that needed to be
You think-
satiated.
Us 5, you think we could successfully rob a bank?
No.
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 No one robs. I feel like no one robs banks anymore.
Well,
I feel
there
like
you
That's the
go.
thing. Well, we'd get the element of surprise, so that's already in our favor.
I just
So-
think
I
we're better
think-
off like doing different crime.
Wait. Okay. No. Let's go down this road.
All right.
Because you can't rob a bank in a major city. Definitely.
Of course not.
I
Not in-
mean,
not in
not
these
with that,
days.
not with that attitude.
Dan, what would you do if somebody pointed a gun at you with intent
Yeah, that's a
shoot?
great
What-
question.
Come on, Dan.
Oh, gun at me, immediate panic attack.
yeah. I'm saying,
Yeah.
Dan, we're not
you're
going
the
to rob
only
a
one who's
bank.
gonna know about it.
Cool,
And
so
we-
you're
That's why
a
we don't-
leader,
That's
right?
why
You're
we don't
leading
get
this?
to that point. We don't get to that point where
Oh.
guns are
Oh,
involved.
so okay, Dan, you're talking about a heist rather than a
Yeah.
robbery.
Yeah.
Dan,
You're
we
not.
we just played Payday.
Why are we getting guns pointed at us?
Because we're robbing a bank.
Because we're robbing. the
We
bank.
have the guns.
But so do they
What?
also.
Wait.
Is the
Yeah,
thing
that's
the
why they're
people
gonna
in
call
the
the
bank?
police.
The cashiers have guns?
No, the
No, the
security
police
guard.
security. Like,
Oh, there's security of
It's-
banks.
it's-
wait, you're the
security- there
leader
is
of the
security.
bank robbery, and
Well,
you
that's
haven't
why-
considered
That's
that.
why we're planning this
That's why
out. We're
we're
not just
planning.
jumping in without
You
thinking about it.
assemble
We're
a
talking
team.
it out first.
Yeah.
Yes. I was thinking. I always just go to like I'm just going to talk to people and figure like talking.
Sure.
I
Yeah,
think
you-
is
you're
way
gonna do
more effective than anything.
charisma checks to rob the bank.
Exactly.
If we
That's-
just-
yes,
If we get a sixth person in here who is well versed in killing people,
Grubb.
then they can handle all of the dirty stuff.
Right.
And we can do the
Yeah.
easy stuff, which is talking to people,
I
getting behind the counter, opening
I think
the
Grubb
safe.
would get the best night's sleep after killing somebody out of all of us for sure.
Ooh,
Yeah,
wow.
let's
What an
make assumptions
absolutely
about our close
devious
friends.
thing. What an absolutely monstrous thing to say about somebody. I love it.
His
Also-
kids might be listening right now.
I think they
Also,
are.
what's that mean, Daddy? Oh, don't worry about Uncle Mitch. He's
See, Grubb says
you know,
I'm right in chat. He's fine with it.
yeah,
knows.
don't mess with
Yeah,
Jeff
Mitch
Grubb.
knows.
Don't admit that, Grubb.
I would way rather plan a Oceans style heist with everyone, where
Yeah.
we all have like very fun roles and appropriate roles,
Mhm.
right? And
Oh,
we just
okay.
sort of like have fun while we're stealing,
Oh,
right?
no,
We're
could
just
we-
like,
Could we do a
Nobody dies
D&D
in this
campaign
movie,
like
right?
that instead? Because that sounds
Sure.
fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would way rather not be like guns blazing and more like
Yeah.
let's
I'm
all
robbing a
just-
casino. I'll
Yeah,
rob a
let's-
casino.
we want to be con people and
Yeah.
not necessarily
I think
You
a
know,
casino would be harder.
murderous,
No. I don't want to. No.
pilfers.
For the record, no murder at all. I
yeah,
think
but so we're
a
bringing
bank-
guns. What like
I
what's
don't
that?
think we bring guns.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Just our attitudes.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
honestly,
you know what?
This whole time I was thinking about it, I did not even consider bringing a gun. Like, no,
He
like
didn't consider it.
I
we're
just
gonna
felt
use the strongest weapon of all. Or
Dan
not.
gets
of
into the
mine.
bank
Yeah.
and he's like, everyone, nobody move. And he's like patting his shirt down. He's like, I forgot the gun.
Well,
I
okay.
think, no, the first thing I would just want to get in a room with the manager and start talking,
Sure.
and see where that goes. And if
Yeah.
he's not having it, then we lean on
What do
you
you mean
guys to.
having it?
I think I can
You're-
just talk him
you're-
into
No,
it.
but Dan is so
Talk
right
him
because
into it.
have any of us ever asked the bank manager if we could just have some
No.
of the money?
That's
Yeah.
the thing. People don't ask
That's
questions,
not
and a
a
lot of times
robbery,
when you
then.
ask questions, people will sometimes just be, "Oh yeah, sure, have this thing."
Yeah,
He's
sure,
right,
have
like-
some money.
He's
Yeah.
right.
It's
Dan's
not
right.
theirs.
Yeah, and be like, "Hey, listen, you can call. I know it's your job. Like, you can call the cops on me once I leave, but like, just give it to me here. I'm not looking to do anything.
You
nefarious.
hate
I'm
your
not gonna be like,
job,
you-
you know?
you're
Just
going
give me
to
the
what-
money.
You're
you
going
can
to
say,
be
you
arrested.
can say I had a gun. You can tell the cops I had a gun if it helps you and it helps your
So,
situation.
so you're not wearing a mask, so you're going to be caught on all the cameras, and you're very visible online. You're going to be caught and go to jail.
But that's
I
not.
do-
But the thing that Dan's doing is not a robbery at this
Right.
point. What,
And I
what
do-
has happened is that you just got some money from a
I
guy.
got money. I didn't. There was no threat of force or
Right.
anything. I would like, if we can invest in this, I would like a Mission Impossible mask. I would like,
Sure.
get
Okay.
like a John Drake face I can put over myself.
Yeah,
and
sure.
then,
It-
like, yeah,
like
yeah.
Dan-
Dan's,
all like that.
Dan's biggest crime here is just soliciting.
Exactly.
Right, I'm just being annoying until they give me money. That's look, you can do that.
Yeah.
I thought that was Giant Bomb's whole business model.
Nice. And scene.
All right, everybody. We'll catch you next Tuesday.
Very very good.
I think we could do it. I think we could do it. I think we could heist.
I think so.
I think so. You know what?
Yes,
Because
and we can't.
I think you just need to roll up to a situation with enough confidence, and
Yes.
then it'll all work out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just be a pleasant person and ask nicely, and then doors will open.
you just got to know
you're-
where all the puzzle pieces and all the chess pieces. You know what they got to do. Like you can win a game of chess as long as you know how to move the horse, right?
Exactly.
You're
Yep.
just
In and
describing a con job. Like you even said the
No,
word
but if you're not
confidence. Like,
lying,
you're
what's the
you're
con?
lying. You're
Well,
lying.
All right, Dan,
no, if
you
you
want to
go
role
in
play
and say,
this with
I
me?
would like, sure.
Okay.
Well, no,
Hello.
I don't
heard-
have
I'm
my
the
plan
manager of the
together.
bank.
I don't have my
heard
whole
you
plan
wanted
together.
I'm the manager of the bank. Hello, Mr. Reichert. I
We're
heard
not-
you wanted to speak with me.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to I don't want to get you in trouble, sir. So do you want to can we go to your office or in the back or something? I just don't want to put you in an awkward situation or anything.
I mean, I'm very busy because I'm the manager of a bank. Can you tell me what this is about?
Yeah, it's about, your, look, I need to plan this out a little more.
Okay, bye.
This is what happens when
My
there's
brain just like Homer, monkey with symbols. Just like,
Yeah.
oh God, I need to recalibrate here.
Dude, I love that I love that you were going to basically get to the point where Mike was like, are you trying to rob the bank?
No. I don't want you to get it, sir. I don't want you to have no, there's no, I'm not unarmed. I'm just here. I just want to talk to you.
Are you asking for a loan or you want this
No,
money
just
for free?
If
What
it
is-
helps you, look, if it helps you to call it a loan, if that helps you not get in trouble with the
That's not how
branch,
loans
then
work,
that's
sir.
fine, yeah.
You have to sign something and
Well,
get
it's not-
approved.
I'm not technically looking for a loan. I
You're
just wanted
trying
the
to
money.
rob the bank. I have my phone in my hand. I'm going to call the police.
Is what I'm describing illegal at all? If there's no threat of force, there's no.
You're certainly circling the drain, sir. You're.
Can
what
we
you're
come
doing.
up with
This is the weakest robbery attempt I've ever seen.
Can we come up
that
with
is.
a rehearsal style day where we just
Oh, my
practice
God.
heisting and robbing a bank? Not robbing, heisting a bank.
Oh,
okay.
they made a video game where you could do that.
I would kill to be a part of a rehearsal type situation. That is the most fascinating television show of all time.
We
for
could
me.
do that, right? We just need 20 volunteers from the Giant Bomb audience. We could do
That's
that.
it.
Yeah.
Build a fake bank. Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe we could
Yeah.
just have a
Use a
stripped
real
down
bank?
bank.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The
Right.
bank's closed. What do they do when the bank's closed? You know,
Exactly.
Do they have guys with
probably
guns
hang out
there
in
when they're
there.
closed?
Yeah, all the money goes to bed, you know?
the money
you
goes
think-
to sleep sometimes.
I don't think it would be hard to do the thing. Every kid wonders about oh, I wonder if I could just stow away in this theater or this Walmart. If I just
Yeah.
hide under some coats or something.
Not a
that's
thought.
got to be easy to do, right?
Yeah.
I worked at a
Oh.
theater. I worked at a theater for years, and we
sure.
never even did a make sure no one's managers were never do a quick sweep before we close and make sure there's no one in theaters. It was never even brought up. I feel like if somebody just tuck themselves under, they'd be fine.
As someone that used to work at a place that had to throw an obscene amount of bread at the end of the night, I specifically had a manager say hey, if someone asks you for all this bread in the garbage room, just give it to them or turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
Free
You show up
bread.
at 10:35 at McDonald's, you might get some free McGriddles and stuff because they're not selling those. Yeah.
Delicious.
But
Mhm.
the issue with that though now is that they have so many cameras in these stores.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
that someone somewhere would see you.
I would
You'd
time
Also, how are
travel.
you getting out?
Mm.
Well, you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about the fun you're having while you're in there, I think. And then I think
Sure.
you're right. There are a lot of cameras now, so the likelihood of getting caught would be high. But I think you
Yeah.
could stow away. For
You
a
could
night.
ride a bike down as many aisles as you fucking want.
That's the dream, right?
Is
Oh,
it
God,
do you
that-
want to be locked inside of a Walmart? Didn't they
Yeah,
make a John
yeah.
Cusack movie about this? Or
I think
something?
you're thinking of Dead Rising. I think.
Who's John Cusack?
All right. Baldur's Gate 3. Mike, you lost some hours of sleep with Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, I've been kind of I made a big push to get back to this game because I'm this is going to be a game of year contender. I really want to play more of it. I was enjoying it. Just kind of, had to stop playing it to check out some other things. But now, this is my main area of focus. And it is definitely a time disappears kind of game where, yesterday after work, I basically just spent the whole rest of the day playing Baldur's Gate 3, and that time went by very quickly. doing
Have
a lot
you-
of the Act 2 stuff right
Have
now.
you found yourself in a position, Mike, where you've wanted to re-roll a character really badly? Because that's kind of what's stopping me from diving all the way in. Is I've seen people lose an obscene amount of progress or kind of get soft locked into situations where it's like, well, fuck, I'm just gonna start a whole new character.
No, but I've never been like that. I usually like to just kind of go with what I go with, if that makes any sense. But you can re-roll your character in the middle of the campaign in this game. There is like a mechanism for that. There's a guy you can talk to. You can, change your class. You can change the class of your party members even if you want to, and do all of that. If that's like even if I wanted to do that, it wouldn't be something that would cost me a large amount of times, unless like I wanted to do plot decisions differently or something like that. But no, I'm pretty happy just the way I'm playing it. I'm pretty happy with my character, with my party setup. Really, I haven't experimented with that much. Once I got my team of me, Shadowheart, Karlak, and Gale, I've been going full speed ahead.
And I'm going to
Raylan.
choose to be brave. Okay. Actually, I also forgot who John Cusack was.
Wow.
Thank
Jan-
you.
Wow.
For a
Nobody
second
knows
you
who
did,
that
but then
is.
people.
I remember
Bachelor, this is just going to get worse, isn't it? This feeling is going to get worse, isn't it?
I don't know.
Bachelor?
I think people from John Cusack's era like continue to act where like maybe John Cusack has stopped acting a little bit.
I've never seen this man in my fucking life.
Con Air?
That can't be. You've never.
This guy?
Yeah, John Cusack.
That's him.
Yeah,
that's him, yes.
You've got the.
Is
Look,
this a
I get
shoot?
it.
Dude, are you shooting?
I swear to God, I've never seen this dude before in my whole life.
I
I've
mean,
heard of
it's
him.
possible. Like
What about Joan Cusack?
Joan
Well-
Cusack for sure.
Okay,
I know
that's
Joan
his
Cusack.
sister.
Being John Malkovich?
Yeah, you never saw Being John
No.
Malkovich?
I don't think I have.
Gross.
Oh, that's a
Adaptation.
homework assignment. That's a homework
Malkovich.
assignment.
I watched Malkovich a few months ago. It's still
Excellent
very-
film.
Joan
very good.
Cusack is in School of Rock.
Yes,
Yo.
that's John Cusack's sister.
Yo, Joan
Not that-
Cusack
that
and
me-
Adam's Family Values.
There you go, Debbie. Right?
Whew.
You love it.
Whew.
You love it. Okay, you know who John Malkovich is?
We're gonna beat him.
No.
That's
Con
okay.
Air. Con
That's
Air.
fine.
John.
That's
I've
fine.
never
There's a
seen
lot
that
of
movie.
Cusack Malkovich
It's,
crossover.
I think it's weirder not to know John Cusack than
yes,
Malkovich.
definitely.
Yeah.
Malkovich was like an actor's actor for so long, and then he started doing some big budget stuff. you
I
know?
just can't. I don't know if I want to have this conversation.
The poster
Uh,
for Con Air looks fucking sick.
That's a
Do you
good
know what
movie.
Con Air is about?
No.
It's a bunch of prisoners on an airplane, and one of them, Cyrus the Virus, hijacks it. And so it's up to the good prisoner on the plane, played by Nicolas Cage, to kill the terrorists on Con Air. It's an airplane with a bunch of
Cons
movie.
on it.
yeah.
movie.
It's a good
That
concept.
sounds sick.
That
It's
sounds a
pretty
lot.
good concept. Yes.
That
Steve
sounds a-
Buscemi's in it.
He
Oh,
is-
okay.
Serial killer. Yeah.
Buscemi is in that.
Yo,
much to his regret, I'm
Dan,
sure.
I thought at first you were describing the 2020 classic starring Kelsey Grammer, Money Plane.
No, that's the one with
Oh, I
Edge.
know Money
I'm sorry,
Plane.
Adam. That's the one with Adam Copeland. in
Oh,
it.
right.
okay.
Adam Copeland.
We-
Right.
We have really gone down a deeply unpleasant rabbit hole.
This is what-
3 though is really good. I've been really enjoying it a lot.
Are you playing as John Malkovich?
I think I
no.
want to re-roll as John Cusack now and just
There
kind
you
of
go.
create a
Yeah.
I Lord.
I think Niki was gonna ask me about my romance.
Yeah,
thing,
who are
and-
you fucking?
Well, I thought I could be with Karlak and Shadowheart, but I then I like.
Both?
Yeah, well, you
That's
know,
greedy.
Well, Karlak seemed okay with it, and then me and Karlak kind of like didn't, and then Shadowheart was kind of like not cool with. She was nice about it. She's like, to be clear, we are just friends now, and it's messed up because Karlak's a way better person than Shadowheart. But I reloaded my save because I actually wanted to be with Shadowheart more because
Wow.
I'm problematic.
It says a lot.
And we
I'm
said
fixing
that
her
about
though.
you.
I've been
You're
fixing
fixing her? You're fixing her?
Yeah,
Are you close?
She's pretty much fixed at the moment.
That doesn't
Right?
sound good.
No.
She's pretty much fixed.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Yeah, but so we've been doing some good stuff there. She was in a cult, and she's maybe thinking that the cult isn't so hot.
I'm
She
glad.
hasn't said anything racist in a while, so that's
Oh,
nice.
that's
Oh,
good.
that's huge. That's so huge. Thank you so much for putting it. That's true allyship. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I
Thank
know I'm
you
a hero.
so much.
All
I don't
right.
want to throw the word hero around.
All right. Well, I'm eventually going to get back into Baldur's Gate. I feel like I have to. I need to. Another person on the staff needs to play Baldur's Gate 3. But someone wrote down here, someone has been spreading their wings and been playing Wingspan.
Oh, man. I was intimidated at first, Jan.
Oh, okay.
You were talking it up. And so I just bought it sight unseen. I was like, all right, $50, I'll do it. The way Jan's talking about it sounds fantastic. One-on-one board game type stuff, always a draw for me because me and Bonk playing games together. And I got it, and I started looking over like all the stuff, and like, all right, so here's your aviary,
too many
and then
pieces.
you got to lay eggs here, and then there's a food cost here, and then there's powers and all this. Like there was a lot to take in. But then it comes with that handy thing where it's like, hey, just do these 4 turns the way we tell you, and you'll get a sense of like how this works.
Mm-hmm.
And Bonk and I feel like the first game we were kind of like, okay, I think we understand what we're doing. The second game, I think we knew the rules, but we didn't really have any strategy lined up. And then we scored that, and we're like, oh, okay, we see what you got to go for. And then we did a game yesterday that was the first like, all right, we know what we're doing. We've got our strategies. It came down to a 1-point difference, and it was just such a delightful, fun. Like we put a Spotify playlist of bird sounds on the phone.
Oh, hell yeah!
We just sit there and we get all the way in. We read the bird facts on the. It's so much fun. I really enjoy that game, and I thank you for the recommendation.
Dan, there's an app. There's an iPhone app where you can scan your bird card, and it'll play the specific bird sounds.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow, that's very specific.
There's too many birds in this game as well.
The people who made it are clearly like into birds for sure. Like there's a lot going on there. Yes.
Bird heads.
Yes.
Like, I felt like such a nerd because I'm just looking all over the birds, and then I went camping this weekend, and I heard like a bird sound, and I looked over and was like, oh my God, is that a California blue jay over there?
No.
You're a birder.
I think I've doomed myself though, because I downloaded the Steam game and I tried to play one game, and it was a 3-person game, and one person like timed out or something immediately. And so I was just sitting there waiting for a really long time, and then it moved on to the next one. And then it happened again the next turn. I was like, all right, I'm going to back out of this. This is not the way to play. And I don't know what happened, but some like asynchronous thing was turned on. And now I'm constantly getting this pop-up that's like, hey, it's your turn in Wingspan. You want to play that? You want to play your turn? It's like, that game doesn't exist.
Wow.
It's gonna haunt you.
It's awesome. I absolutely love it.
God, we should get a group and play it. I think we can. I think we can get up to 6 people with the expansion.
Nice.
Speaking about
The
games,
Angry Birds expansion.
yes, the Angry Birds expansion. Going from birds to the stars, Nikki, why have you been playing Starfield?
That's a really good question, Jan. There's something I think in my body that is fundamentally broken, that when I play these games, the Bethesda ones specifically, I'm like, there's got to be something here. Like, and I'm the one that's wrong. But like, it's so nuts that you can't just walk anywhere in that game. There's no incentive to walk anywhere or do anything in that video game. It's just it's walk to menu to menu to menu to menu to walk. And then I was like, okay, maybe because I mainlined the story quest, because about 35 minutes in, well, not 35 minutes in, there's the middle of the game, the hook, where they're like, I don't want to do any spoilers because it seems like maybe there were still people playing, but I figured out what the twist was about halfway through the video game.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did you roll your eyes at it immensely I did?
Huge. I was like, I know exactly when you wrote this video game. I know like exactly what you were doing when you
saw.
Yeah, I know
movie you
exactly.
saw.
Like I know exactly what happened when you were writing this video game, and like, fine, whatever. Did it deafen the blow when it's confirmed at the end of the game? No, it's just like I rolled my eyes went all the way back and then came out in front again. But I was like, okay, maybe if I go down the faction quests, there will be something interesting. No is the answer. The answer is no, there isn't. I can't actually do the Freestar Collective one because it's broken for me.
See, that was the one I liked. I did do that one.
Yeah. Well, there's a guy on Neon that I can't talk to because he told me to go to a planet, and then I left, And I did the thing, and I came back, and he says, "Okay, can you go to the planet that you just came back from?" And I'm like,
That's cool.
"All right, bet." Then I did the piracy one,
the Crimson Fleet, right?
the Crimson Fleet one, except now I'm stuck in a infinite cuts or an infinite loop where the game saved as my ship was exploding. So unless I want to lose 2 hours of progress and go, this is where I stopped. Unless I want to go back 2 hours of progress, I can't I can't load into the thing. But they're all just like different flavors of police, are all of the factions. Even the pirates are just a different flavor of police because they have their own systems that they are in charge of, and all it does is change whether or not you're hostile when you go into those spaces or not. It's just such a bummer. Like, I don't know. My last thing on this is this. It's so weird looking at the posters in this game. I know this is like an audio show and then it's a video show, but like I don't have any visual aids or resources. But if you close your eyes and think about the posters in this game, they all fall. They are all from a completely different video game.
Huh.
They don't match thematically at all with like the art style or the vibe of the game. They all feel like weird clip art that is not like futuristic clip art. They all just feel so stylistically separate, and it's frustrating to walk through these repeated spaces and then see all of this completely disparate stuff all over. Just a bummer of a video game, I think.
I want, because like I pretty much agree with you, Nikki, and I think a lot of people here do. And you know, I hear from some people who just absolutely love it.
Yeah,
my brother's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know Greg Miller's like just playing it nonstop, and I kind of just like I almost wish I could see it through their eyes a bit.
Yeah,
like, I do just and I played through it for a while, and like I would have these moments where I was okay, but then just a lot of bummers and a lot of things that are just upsetting me. Like it really broke for me when there's that one mandatory main story mission where you have to like rob a ship. And I was like, well, this is a role-playing game. I don't have to rob the ship. I could like talk him into getting it. I could buy it. I could be sneaky. I could do, but no, it's basically you just had to do that quest one way. And there's like 3 different roads you could take to get there. But yeah, that's what really checked me out, I think.
Mike, has your brother played similar games, or is this like his first foray and that's why it's hooking him?
No, he's been into this stuff since Morrowind. So he's been a Bethesda guy for quite a while. So maybe he's such a Bethesda guy that just having like that Bethesda-ness at all is makes him happy. I don't know. Like I it's one of those things like I don't want to like debate him about it because like he likes this game. That's cool. I kind of feel bad that I don't. I don't want to like I think the thing you like is shit, you know?
Yeah, that's where I'm at too, because I was very excited about it, even knowing kind of in the back of my head that I felt like coming into it, I felt like I was going to be disappointed, and then I was. So like that's fine. But I wanted to be excited about it because Skyrim means so much to me. Like it was the first one of those that I had ever played because I came to that style of game so late. And Skyrim, like I have so many fond memories of literally just picking a direction and walking in Skyrim. Right. And that being my night with the game. And you can't do that in this.
Yeah.
That is the biggest problem. Yeah.
Because you just
that
can't
organic
do
exploration and was so good in Skyrim, and that's what you want in a space game is organic exploration. You think it'd be more important. They say the word exploration a lot when you're playing it, but the actual exploration is bad.
It's not there. It's just not even a part of the game. Yeah.
I'll say that
my game of the year though.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, wow.
You should hear.
You gotta
hear
break.
What Niki thinks about Resident Evil 4 is like Tears of the Kingdom.
Nah,
way more rough.
Hey, does Cyberpunk can that count this year?
Yes.
That's the thing I've been thinking about and bringing up.
I think yes.
I would think so.
No
do you have to say Phantom Liberty specifically, or can it just be Cyberpunk 2077?
Whatever makes you feel better.
Yeah. You make the rules, you know?
We also make the rules. So
no rules.
Yeah.
No rules.
I think yes.
Okay.
I got some pushback from Mary on that, but I think Cyberpunk counts. Are we
she
here?
God? All right.
She pushes back on it. She kept me from getting Death Stranding.
Have you ever argued with Mary? It's
She's
terrifying.
Yes.
Yes, I'm scared of Mary. Whatever.
If you said Phantom Liberty, it can count. now I'm gonna just sound like a grubb who doesn't like things, but man, I avoided Cyberpunk.
I'm so
the whole
surprised by
time
this.
until 2.0. Then finally jumped in, and maybe I should have just jumped to the expansion. And I was like, I don't know if Jeff Grubb has just turned me into him. I couldn't. I played for 3 hours and I was bored out of my mind. Nothing was happening. It was just people talking to me, and like I was just literally would sit with a person and they would talk to me and they would say people's names that I hadn't met yet for like 3 hours, and I just was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm checked out. I'm over it.
Same fucking boat. I did not. I played through Cyberpunk 2077 at launch.
Okay.
And did not enjoy my time, but I was sunk cost fallacy. I was like, I've put in so much. This is the game du jour. I want to see how much I don't like it. It was the same thing with GTA 5 that I did with GTA 5.
Sure.
And I was like, I don't think any of the ideas in this game are cool. I don't think any of the stuff that there is to do in this game is cool.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the characters in it are cool. Like,
Oh.
I think all of the things about it frustrated me and made me sad. Like, it's just it's such a nihilistic view of the world. And I understand like that's what the genre is. Like, that's what the cyberpunk genre is. But also, like, it's so lazy in its nihilism to me that I was like, I actually don't need to engage with this. So 2.0 came out and I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe the gameplay wrapping is going to get me back in. No, it's still the fucking same. They make me sad about this guy that you hang out with literally for an hour. And then they try to guilt me into being sad about this dude dying. And I'm like, I didn't like him anyway. It's like, I already didn't like him. I don't care that he's dead.
Yeah, I think there might just be an aesthetic thing with me too, where like this whole like Cyberpunk, not literally the series, but like the aesthetic of it's the future, but everything's shit. You're gonna walk into a store, there's gonna be a neon sign that says "fuck till your dick bleeds" or something.
Yeah. It's like I don't want that. Like, that sucks.
I'm like, okay, all right. Like, maybe I'm too Star Trek Next Generation Epcot brained for this. I think that's another part of the problem. I don't know.
Oh wow!
All right. Okay,
I hear you.
I now want to play a lot more Cyberpunk, and I never want to touch it again. All right, last game before we take a quick bricky break here. Not necessarily the game of the week, but hey, this is a really cool game that I suggest everyone check out. Nikki and Mike have also been playing this. Cocoon!
God, this game's so fucking good.
It's so good.
I downloaded this. I've heard very good things, and I got flights coming up, and I've heard it's a short game. I want to just play that game. I've heard it's good on Switch. I intend on playing through the whole game on a flight, and I'm very excited.
Dan, it is a necessity to have headphones and listen to the game as well.
Oh, I do the noise canceling on planes all the time, so I got that. Yeah.
Okay. Like this, I'm a dirty, terrible person that will primarily put on an audiobook or a podcast while I play video games, but this one, after that SGF demo, like, oh no, I gotta experience everything. Okay. Mike, Nikki, have you beaten it or?
No, I just started it. Yeah, I'm an hour and a half in. I was a little too high when I was playing the game, and I had to stop.
Calling the police.
No. It was one of the situations where I was playing and I was like, yo, this is so fucking sick. And then it stopped being sick. And I was like, I need to stop. Like, I'm like, good. Like,
it's too much. It's too much.
That game says, I haven't played a game that gives you less, but
sorry. I keep hitting the mute button and it just goes to the other thing.
I haven't played a game that says less that doesn't say anything and also doesn't need to say anything. Does that make sense?
No, 100%. 100%.
You just start fucking playing the video game. And like there's
like
no tutorial. It's just like game start, play the video game.
That sounds
and then
amazing.
You're playing the video game. It's great.
I think that is like a rarity these days where it's like, a lot of times you want to check out a game real quick to be like, okay, I heard really good things about Sea of Stars. Let me start it up. And then it's like 30 minutes later, it's like, before you even get a chance to know if you like it or not, you have to like get in on like 30 minutes of story and stuff. It's like, and then if you find out you don't like it, it's like, well, okay, I just wasted all that time. So the idea of like any game where you're immediately doing shit is just like a huge plus in my book.
Okay.
It's funny you said that, Dan, because I actually beat Sea of Stars. I got like the true ending and all that, and I did really, really like it. But I was like, okay, I need something kind of breezy to play now before, because I'm not going to go into another JRPG, and I know Mario's coming soon. Then after that, Mario RPG. So what's something I can play real quick? And yeah, Cocoon is filling in that spot really nicely because it's so simple too. You basically have one button in the game. It's like the pick up and interact with stuff button. Otherwise, you're just walking around, and it just builds these really interesting puzzles off of that one mechanic, and it kind of escalates nice, and also it doesn't get overwhelming like some these kind of indie puzzle games sometimes can.
Right.
Feel a lot of time it can get lost, especially if you jump back into it after like not even just like taking a break for like a day. You jump back like, where the hell was I? What's going on? Not having that problem at all.
Even like what language does this game want me, or like how does this game want me to interact with the world? That stuff seems like it's very on its face and very easy to pick up. Also, the move speed of your guy is perfect.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about like how different the game would feel if your guy was even like 15% slower.
It'd feel like a slog.
Off.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the move speed on your little guy is perfect.
Is there a run or is it just like the default move?
No, it's just the default
move.
like just default go.
Yeah.
Good.
I still found myself holding a button down in my head thinking I'd go faster. You don't.
Jan, you hold down that B button when you're catching Pokemon too, don't you?
Oh, 500% I do, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
Just B? Well, that's why you're not catching shit.
It's like being down, right? Yeah.
It's being down,
Oh.
and then if you're when the Game Boy Advance came out, then it changed, obviously.
Of course.
And it was LR down and B.
I was getting some bad schoolyard information. Okay.
When Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee came out, I was still doing the same thing, Mike.
Yeah.
They should just actually make, if that's, I mean, I'm sure it's not coded in. They should. It should be like a 1% like help if you're doing that shit.
The best is when though, because they did add that critical catch mechanic, and the number of times where I anecdotally have felt like I've gotten critical catches when pressing the buttons as opposed to not pressing the buttons has compelled me over the course of or between playing Sword and Shield and then PLA and then Scarlet and Violet. That has made me feel good. So I stopped doing it and then I started doing it with Sword and Shield when they added the critical catch thing.
I would sometimes shake my Game Boy as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's just an impulse.
Get it to stay in the
excited
orb.
and nervous about catching the little fucker. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's no accelerometer in there, but in here there is. I'm pointing.
It's
to
like
my
when
heart.
Grubb shakes his Nintendo controller and pretends it turns on his Nintendo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a real thing that happens.
It's a real thing.
I'm not falling for this gimmick.
No, that's a work.
Yeah,
It's
you're
fine. Don't believe
I have
it.
no TV behind me to show you, but I
You're
would do
right.
it. I would do it.
You're right. We're lying.
easily fakeable.
Like, I'm
unless I see it in
shaking
person.
this controller and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
God.
Nikki,
Yeah, how
you're
about
right.
that, Grubb, huh? How do you explain that?
I'm with Nikki on this.
Look, I was there. There was no trickery. There was no
tomfoolery happening.
There was no shenanigans. It was a shenanigan-free event. And
This Xbox is still off. You know?
yeah,
Nothing's happening.
Is that an Xbox?
Maybe you
shaking
should stop shaking it.
it. Stop
See?
shaking it. You're making me nervous.
Yeah,
Shake it harder. Shake it harder.
Now that
It's
Xbox
real.
can play anything in 4K. Oh,
That's how that works.
yeah, that's
Just shaking.
You just got to shake it. Get all the parts loose. Reconnect the parts and everything. Yeah. God.
Get all the juices flowing.
Get all the juices flowing. Audio listeners, you can't see this, but Mike is so panicked right now. He is so stressed out because of the Xbox shaking that Nikki was just doing. He's sweating
likes to be
profusely.
Could not be calmer.
He's visibly shaking.
I could feel his heart. All right, folks.
Incredible.
That does it for the first segment of the podcast. I promise we will talk about more video games soon. I forgot that Dan sent me a code to play as a little detective rodent. I'm gonna go check that out. I forgot.
Detective Pikachu?
Yeah, well, that
Could be any
detective.
rodent. Detective, great mouse detective.
Finally.
Mike's eyes are just glowing and filled with life again, and that's for shoot.
Radigan.
Also, I hate that every social interaction now I have to stop and explain why I'm saying work and shoot.
Yes, it's
you
happening.
made your own
Yes.
They
bed
should just
there.
know.
This
They
is
should
what
just
we're
know.
working
They should
towards.
just know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
nothing like
and
having
like
to
I had
explain
to
yourself.
I had to do the thing of like, hey, you ever watch wrestling? Like The Rock and Stone Cold.
Oh, that's
And
The
like,
one that I always stumble on is oh yeah, really put it over. Yeah, put me over on that. Or, yeah, like that's the one that like I can stop myself from saying work and shoot around non-wrestling people, but
can't
putting
now.
over like that is the easiest way to say that thing.
It is. It's descriptive. And
Yeah,
it
it's like, oh yeah,
feels
really
right.
put him over strong. Yeah.
I can't.
I want a bagel.
And with that, we're gonna take a quick break. Niki, I think you got a gas break dip.
Yeah. Yeah, let me send some Slack messages because this is more enjoyable than the thing I would have to go do. So let me let me figure that out.
All right, if you need me to do it, I'll edit that part out of the podcast.
It's all right. There's already been plenty of incriminating bullshit.
Yeah, it's way too
in this
late.
first segment. It's
so
the least
late.
of our problems.
The bank robberies were hypothetical. That's not illegal.
Yeah,
Not
alleged.
robberies, heists, fun,
Nothing bad can happen.
light-hearted
Hypothetical
heists,
heists.
light-hearted
Nothing bad.
heists.
Yes.
We're talking
Guys,
about our
we're
D&D
just
campaign. Nothing bad
Yeah.
can happen. All right,
Yeah,
nothing
nothing
bad
bad.
can happen.
Asking for money. That's not a crime.
Good.
Gerald,
It's not a
Title.
crime.
Betty, please. You know what? We'll somehow we'll be back with the news after this quick break, and I'm not going to guarantee that it's going to be a good one because I put it together. We'll see you after this.
When seas get rough, you just give in to the right. You see, we thirst for danger, but we find no savior. It's tug and pull, they push you right to the edge. When all you need is shelter, you just don't seem to get there. I got the feeling you've been expecting me. No chance. Right here's where you're meant to be. Our paths are crossing just in the nick of time. If you need to meet me, I'll be right by your side. Are we strangers in the night? With open arms I'm calling. I'll be there when you're falling down. You're out of danger when I'm in sight. Just seeking you shall find me. Yes, I'll be bringing you to life. Won't be no stranger in the night. Whoa, 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 won't be no. Won't be no. He wants alone, he wanders deep in the night. Won't teach him for some meaning to explain feelings. Are we strangers in the night? With open arms I'm calling. I'll be there when you're falling down. You're out of danger when I'm in sight. Just seeking you shall find me. Yes, I'll be bringing you to life. Won't be no stranger in the night. Whoa, 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 Are we strangers? Are we strangers?
I'm gonna build a houseboat on the bayou. It's gonna be a mighty, mighty pretty sight to see. I'm gonna make it nice and painted red with a little kitchen and a double bed. I'm gonna build a houseboat. It's gonna be a love boat. I'm gonna build a houseboat for you and me. When we wanna spot. We can let the time pass, floating through the tall grass. And when the time is right, we'll tie the knot. I'm gonna build a houseboat on the bayou. It's gonna be a mighty, mighty pretty sight to see. I'm gonna make it nice and painted red, with a little kitchen and a double bed. I'm gonna build a houseboat, it's gonna be a love boat. I'm gonna build a houseboat for you and me. Maybe we can float all the way to New Orleans and listen to the sounds of the saints go marching in. Take it down to Lafayette, all the places we ain't been to yet. Yeah, see the world and never leave home again. I'm gonna build a houseboat on the bayou. It's gonna be a mighty, mighty pretty sight to see. I'm gonna make it nice and painted red, with a little kitchen and a double bed. I'm gonna build a houseboat, it's gonna be a love boat. I'm gonna build a houseboat for you and me. I'm gonna build a houseboat on the bayou. It's gonna be a mighty, mighty pretty sight to see. I'm gonna make it nice and painted red, with a little kitchen and a double bed. I'm gonna build a houseboat, it's gonna be a love boat. I'm gonna build a houseboat, it's gonna be a love boat for you and me. For you and me. Yeah, for you and me. Just you and me.
Make it bounce, make it bump. Always give the party people what they want. The speakers be banging highs, mids, and lows. Make you wanna start getting busy on the floor. All the fly girls screaming out. The DJ's rocking and shocking the house. Everything he's spinning is moving the crowd. Listen up for yourself. This is how we make it bump, 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 bump. Make it bump, baby. Bump, 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 bump. You know we gotta make it bump, 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 bump. Yeah, we gotta make it bump, baby. Bump, 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 bump. We gotta make it bump just like the Grandmaster. On the ones and twos, cutting faster. Leave everyone mesmerized after. Dope moments like this should be captured. I've never been accused of faking the funk. Some like sipping booze, some blazing the skunk. I keep the girlies shaking their rump. Specialize in making it bump, baby. Make it bump, 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 bump. Make it bump, baby. It's what the people want, baby. It's what the people want. We gotta make it bump, 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 bump. Let's make it bump, baby. From the back to the front, baby. It's what the people want. Make it bump, 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 bump. Make it bump, baby. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. You know we gotta make it bump. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, we gotta make it bump, baby. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. We gotta make it bump. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Make it bump, baby. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. You know we gotta make it bump. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, we gotta make it bump, baby. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. We gotta make it bump.
Late night on the phone, she's the one I can't let go. Talking till early morning. Every day, every night, she's the one that's by my side, and I can't hold it no more. And no matter what the time is, I'll be on schedule, girl. And no matter where the time went, nothing has changed with you, girl. 'Cause you were my only love, yeah. Baby, you're the only one for me, and I'll never be lonely anymore. Baby, you just took a hold on me. 'Cause all the things that you like, don't be scared to fight. You can make
Unfortunately, Niki had to dip and respond to those Slack messages. So we will continue on with the news without them. And boy, howdy, am I excited to do news.
Yay, Jan.
I was doing this morning and like collecting all the news. And like I feel like I haven't been stressed out doing the Bombcast in like a very long time. And I think the last time I was stressed is when I still had to collect all the news. And Jesus Christ, thank God for Grubb.
When was that? When was the last time you had to do that?
I
Like,
think-
for real.
I think like a year ago and some change.
Oh,
Like
okay.
before Grubb came on, which was
Yeah,
a year ago
sure.
and some change, right?
Yeah,
By the way,
that's right.
Bacalar, there are no apples, but still disgusting. Oh, good, you're done with it.
Bananas
What?
are like the least offensive fruit.
Nah, get rid of that. They
A banana?
Wait, have
Those-
you had a banana?
No, but those
What?
peels, they just stink for days later. I can
Yeah,
smell
well,
a
you
banana
shouldn't
room.
sleep with them then. I don't know what position you're in where they litter your kitchen or house.
They're
You've never
even
had a
in the trash
banana?
can. I'm sure when I was a baby, someone gave me a banana. I
What
don't
about
know.
banana flavored things like a banana?
Oh, those are
Rent?
the
Would
worst.
that-
Those are like banana
Okay.
flavored grapes. I can grape candy. I can do that. Like cherry candy, sure. I won't eat the
banana
actual
flavored
fruits.
grapes.
Wait,
No.
No,
I'm
no,
saying
he
like in terms of artificial fruit flavors. Like we have a
Okay,
tier of that.
okay.
Like grape, like blueberry,
Strawberry's good,
raspberry.
yeah.
Strawberry's okay, and then like apple bad, but banana but real banana I eat over real apple. But fake banana is worse than even fake apple.
wait, Mike, you've never had a single banana.
I mean, not since I was 3, not since I can remember.
Have you had an apple?
So and what are you basing this on then?
Yes, I've had an apple. There's a video of me eating an apple.
But what are you
When? How old
basing
are
it
you?
on?
Like 2.
My question, how do you
Yeah.
have such hatred for the banana
I don't
if
know.
you've
Well,
not
it's just-
had
well,
one?
Well, it's all fruit, really.
What about
Okay.
what about
I'm
banana
baffled.
bread?
I'd rather not. I mean, that's
it's
fine. That's way
with chocolate
better.
chips and walnuts in it, really?
Chocolate chips. What is this, dessert?
Yeah,
Kind
basically.
of.
I mean, look,
Yes.
banana bread is not like a healthy alternative to anything. It's
No,
just
no.
delicious.
It's just bread. I mean, sure. I'd rather eat banana bread than a banana 1,000,000%. Yes.
Baffled by this, but I do also realize that this is like holding a mirror up situation where I'm like, if
Yeah.
you haven't eaten a fucking banana, how do you know you don't like them? But
Yeah.
it's like,
Right,
I've
'cause
said
it's-
that about sour cream and tomatoes and
Totally.
mustard a million
Yeah.
times. So like, it's the same
No.
thing. I see how it's baffled. The logic is just not there.
It's
No, there's
baffling.
no logic. It's just all feelings. It's just all
Dan,
feelings.
you've highlighted the freak respect freak sort of situation that we've all thought about you and Mike at the same time.
Yeah.
But I feel like a banana is just such a inoffensive. Like, do you
Pretty
think it would taste bad? Do you think it would?
Is
taste
it
bad?
because cartoons show them being dangerous?
No.
Yeah, is it because they're
I
weapons?
think they would taste bad, but I think more than anything, I'd find the mushy texture just appalling.
Do you like
That's
mashed
what grosses
potatoes?
me out. Yeah, but even then, they are kind of a bit mashy, aren't they?
Yeah, mashed potatoes are pretty mashy.
Turns
I'd rather
out,
have, I'd rather have
Guys.
I'd rather have a baked potato, a French fry, obviously way better, like a skillet potato, a hash brown. Mashed potato, actually pretty overrated food. I'll just
Mike,
say that.
you
Yes.
know, I'm like, I really run out of like bad things to say about you because there are almost none, right?
Yeah, thank
I
you.
This
speak
isn't
your
even bad.
praises.
This is not bad. No.
No, I speak your praises, and I'm like, oh, you know, like I'm so glad he's coming to our lives. Like it's such a great and positive
my
thing.
Gosh.
And then you go and like you just kind of say a couple things here and there that are just so wildly
It's-
Look,
like.
I'm not going to defend it. It's not a good thing that I don't like fruit. All right, you should. I deserve your derision.
But like, maybe we could fix Mike.
No.
No,
please,
it never
no.
works. You can never fix
No.
anyone. They need to fix
I've
themselves.
fixed a lot
I'm
of
not
people in my
Shadowheart.
day.
You can't fix me.
Yeah, they tried this for years with me.
Yeah, we've still never met in real life.
It's so cute because like this happens with every new friend group I get. Like first I find out
Yeah.
about like the fruit thing, then they like list the name of every fruit. Like, oh,
Yes.
do you like watermelon?
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
no. Like, do you
Yep.
like blueberries? I'm like, no. And then they're like, well, we could like probably like fix you. And then like there's an incident, and then everyone's like, well, that wasn't funny.
to
You
me,
shouldn't do that again.
not to like psychoanalyze the moment, but I
Yeah.
think it is something else going on here. Like I don't think it's your personal aversion to fruit. I think there's some sort of connection where you've forced yourself to think like, no, like it's something bigger than what it
I
could
think
possibly
it's-
taste
I think
like.
because like I liked fruit less than everyone else is one of those things where it accidentally becomes a part of your personality, right?
Yeah.
Becomes one of your
Yeah.
gimmicks.
Yeah.
For
I-
sure.
Would you like to lay down? Would you like to?
I'm
Have a seat.
understanding Mike on a deep level right now.
Yeah,
with
we
everything
can't be
he's
having
saying,
that.
yeah.
We
But
cannot
also
have
let's-
this faction form.
No, I'll say this.
Oh, it's already formed, Bacalar.
No, I am trying to get myself out of that, and I have for years. Like last night was a big breakthrough. Anytime there's tomatoes on anything, I've always taken the tomatoes off. And I ordered a salad, DoorDash one yesterday, and it had cherry tomatoes in it, like a
Which are
good amount of them.
delicious.
And I've ordered this exact salad many times, and I just, forked all the tomatoes into the
Yeah.
trash. And this time I was like, wait a minute, this place is actually like, this is a good salad place. Like these would be good tomatoes, I'm sure. These aren't just like random Burger King tomatoes that are like floppy or sloppy or whatever. So I tried it, I ate it, and you know what? They were pretty good.
There you go.
You know what?
Mhm.
Tried
on,
stuff.
on the
You
Burger
tried
King
stuff.
tip, because of the Netflix show Beef, I've had a renewed interest in the long chicken sandwich. Because Steve Yeun his character scarfs chicken sandwich, the long chicken
the long
sandwiches,
way.
chicken the long way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I remember digging it as a kid, and I was thinking like, I don't even like Burger King now. I found myself near Burger King over the weekend. Tried it. It's fucking terrible. Do not order the
Burger
long
King
chicken sandwich.
sucks.
Burger
Burger King
King
kind of
does.
sucks.
When
I-
I was a kid, nothing tasted better than like Wendy's, right? And then I was like, oh, Wendy's doesn't taste as good as it used to. And I was like, oh, Burger King doesn't taste as good as it used to. Then I realized, oh, hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me, right?
Mike, I wouldn't,
Yes.
and I don't want to completely hog up the news section with,
Oh, it's
unpacking
fine.
your
I'm
psychoses.
fine with this.
It's fine because then like I can cut some stories for time.
Yeah. So we are in favor of Jan here. I think the frustration I find with you, and again, it all comes from a good place. It's like the fact that I have an 8-year-old who acts a very similar way, where like we will go out to dinner with this guy and be like, my man, you love this thing on the menu. You know you do. Have it. I can't try. Like, no, dude. Just try it. You're going to love it. Please just give it a shot. And then 9 times out of 10, he tries it and he loves it.
What
feel
is
like
he
we're having this-
protesting if he knows he likes it?
We feel like we're having a similar thing with, and with him, we're like, oh, he's 8. He's just a little idiot. He doesn't know any better, right? But here we are with a grown ass
Yeah.
adult man, and I feel like I can't have the same leniency over that I have with my kid to you, and that's
They would
where
try.
it comes from.
My
you
parents
know?
would try. I don't know if you know this, Bacalar, but I think maybe Jan and Dan know this. There's an old saying in my family: if Mikey ain't happy,
Nobody's
ain't
happy.
nobody happy.
Oh
So-
dear.
I could be. So sometimes after a while, it was easier to
gosh
Stop trying to get Mike to just eat a pickle. Or
I
something.
think that's the difference here with me and you, Mike, is that I think people catered to you with this stuff, whereas like I can distinctly remember a million times where like I'll be at a restaurant with my or a restaurant with my dad, and he'll be like, "Just order the fried mushrooms are amazing. Just order the fried mushrooms." I'm like, "I don't want them, Dad." And he goes, "I'm going to order them, and I'm just going to throw them one by one at your stupid face." Like so he was like trying to force feed them to me, whereas I think your parents are kind of like, "Oh, it's fine, it's Mikey. He's got to be happy."
They tried.
You know?
I don't want to put it on my parents at all. They did try. I was a bit of a brat. I think I was a bit of a whiny
I'm very
brat.
glad that we can all therapize away on the podcast.
That motto is
Like,
horrifying.
be happy.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Nobody
Mike, if you were to solo just sell a shirt with that, I'd buy it.
Oh, it'd be good. Yeah.
Put you on pro
Just be
wrestling
pouting.
tees.
Oh God.
Okay.
My perfect frown.
And then it's just
That's
like
a good
it's just like
frown.
you as an apple though.
Yeah.
No apples on my shirt. I won't accept any money from those.
All right, then I'll start
I will.
selling. Dan and I will then.
Yeah.
Mike, we'd like to take you out to dinner at Game Awards. Are
No.
you just gonna like have a couple
To be
sugar
clear-
packets? What's gonna
To
happen?
be clear, Game Awards, if I'm there, December 7th, my birthday's December 8th, so like
All right,
you
so-
better not pull
Oh,
any
we
fruit
ha-
shit on me on my birthday.
Unless
No, it'll
Kenny
just be a
Omega's
cake at
there.
the end,
Unless
you know?
Kenny Omega serves it to you.
We have to-
No, I don't care.
Mike,
I'll
can you mute
disrespect
us real
Mr.
quick?
Omega.
Can you deafen real quick, please? And don't promise me to not listen to this part on the podcast.
Cans off. Cans off. Okay.
We should throw him a birthday party, huh?
Where though?
Yeah,
what do you mean?
probably.
It's
How
Los
do you-
Angeles. We can throw him a birthday party anywhere.
We've got a lot of plans. I'm not saying he's not important, but I still think we need to
Like,
prioritize.
Wherever we go for dinner with him, let's just bring
Yeah, oh,
party
totally.
hats
Yeah,
and like
cake.
a stupid
Yeah.
cake.
Chuck E.
Dan,
Cheese, Chuck E.
love
Cheese,
it.
Chuck E. Cheese, Chuck E. Cheese.
No,
okay.
Dan, I want to eat a good meal. You piece of garbage.
Chuck E. Cheese is probably good. I haven't been there
No.
in forever. It's
Okay.
probably good.
So we have to get him like the stupidest cake. It can't be an apple.
Yeah.
He has to eat it though.
No fruit.
no fruit. No fruit.
Cookie dough cake.
Cookie
Dairy
dough-
Queen ice cream cake.
Oh, let's get him a giant cookie cake.
Yes.
Does he like cookies?
Yeah, yes.
I mean, if he doesn't like bananas, he probably
Just
likes cookies.
Fucking, just take whatever and just shape it like Mickey Mouse's fucking head, and it'll be fine.
Oh, that's true. A Mickey Mouse cookie cake.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what
Okay.
Okay,
Chuck E.
okay.
Cheese, yes. Right?
No.
But we tell no.
I'm
But
putting
we
them-
tell him
We're
we're
gonna
headed
take
to
you to see
the.
the mouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're
gonna
headed
go
to the
dine with
House of
We're
Mouse.
gonna dine with the mouse at the House of Mouse. Yep.
There we go.
And there's gonna be live music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. We got it. I'll ask
There we go.
the LA citizens of where the nearest Chuck E. Cheese is. Okay, Mike.
Backler, you saw the picture of his ramen in Summer Games Fest last
Yeah,
year,
you
right?
just
I just
texted it to me.
Okay,
It's,
all right. It is really something.
All right. So
real dumb.
video game news is happening. We should talk about some of it. I think I played the music. Oh, stop.
Yep,
oh,
I
shit.
hear it.
Okay, no. I thought I had it to stop when I pressed the button, but I guess not.
Woo.
X Defiance pre-season has been delayed, boys. If I were to ask you who's publishing X Defiant and what X Defiant is, would any of you know?
I know.
Isn't Remedy involved in some capacity?
Nope. That was Crossfire. They did the single player campaign for that, and that already
Got
came
it.
out, and no one cared.
Got it. What's this thing?
This
Yeah, what the fuck is X
Ubisoft.
Defiant?
This was Ubisoft making their own Call of Duty.
Yep.
With
Another-
gumption and golly gee luck kind of stuff. Yes. And people, there were some people that seemed a little high on this, but as we've seen, it's been tough for live service games everywhere, even ones that aren't actually out.
Yes. The team behind X Defiant put out a tweet, one of those classic, here's a screenshot of the game, and we're going to put white text over it, thanking everyone who participated in the recent public test season, but they've had to make the decision to delay the overall, I guess, public preseason of X Defiant, and this is not looking good, gentlemen, for games as a service or free to play first person shooters. I mean, we saw Hyenas get canceled, or the Naughty Dog laid off a couple contractors who may have been working on the multiplayer. Probably working on the multiplayer edition of The Last of Us 2.
Standalone thing.
Right? Because we'd heard rumblings of that around the original release of The Last of Us 2.
Well, they announced it. I think even that Last of Us multiplayer mode, I think it had a Game Awards video at some point.
You're
stuff like that.
right.
It was like a
I
whole
swear.
thing.
Like there was a title
That's gonna
card
be
at
a
least.
whole whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that just happened. But yeah, I mean, even Epic Games, Fortnite, right? Like Fortnite, Indestructible. Well, they had a bunch of layoffs. So been rough all around.
I feel really bad for the X Defiant team. I hope that this is just like a minor snafu, but maybe it will work out for the best because, I mean, Modern Warfare 3 is out on the horizon.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it is just timing. Maybe it's like, hey, why are we going to release our Call of Duty like game or like even do testing of it now when, I mean, there was a Call of Duty test this past weekend, I believe. That game will be out pretty much before you know it. But I mean, that's the problem if you're making a Call of Duty game. Like, you got to find a window when people aren't playing Call of Duty. That can be a little rough. I guess you basically have summer. Maybe people start cooling off the current Call of Duty. I don't really know. But, you know, we'll see how this goes.
But this doesn't feel good for Ubisoft. I mean, I think Assassin's Creed Mirage did okay. I've only played a little bit of it.
Yeah, its reviews were like 70s-ish, so like nothing amazing, of course. But Assassin's Creed usually sells well. We don't know how this one's selling really yet. I think there's a UK chart or something where it was number 2 after the soccer game, football game. But that'll probably do fine enough for them. But hey, they got the Avatar game coming out in December. They're gonna be fine. Everybody's gonna have, you know, Navi mania.
I hate that I'm excited for it though.
I'm kind of obsessed. Yeah.
Pump the brakes there a little bit.
Bacalar, have you seen Way of Water? You'll be a changed man.
No, I've ridden the Flight of Passage though, and I'm good.
No, you like Flight of Passage. You didn't like the boat ride.
No, I know. I just, again, it's fine to fly through. I'm just not into that world. I just don't get it.
Did you get a green beer?
No, did not get a green beer.
There's your problem.
All right, now I know.
You know who has all the time to go get a green beer now?
Yes, I do, but I'll let you say it.
John Riccitiello, because he's stepped down as Unity's CEO. I can't help but say good fucking riddance. A couple bullet points that I've laid out here in the style of Jeff Grubb collecting the news bits. James M. Whitehurst is going to step in as interim CEO. John Riccitiello stepping down, has been there since I believe 2014. Previously from Electronic Arts. I feel like he hasn't been there that long, but 2014 is almost 10 years ago now. Yeah. He has quite the golden parachute here, folks. I mean, Whitehurst, who's stepping in as the interim CEO, is going to receive a base salary of $1.12 million and awarded 200,000 stock options as part of his role as interim CEO. Riccitiello, meanwhile, was also offered a bonus on his way out. Man, talk about failing upwards. How can we start doing this?
Seems like a good gig.
Yeah,
like,
right?
what, Dan? What
Maybe
if this is the
robbed
heist?
Bank first.
What if this is the heist?
Oh!
There's nothing illegal about that.
No.
Well,
No,
I mean, there still
hands
is.
are clean. Hands are clean.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, Dan's been committing crime his whole life, right?
Yeah.
He's been conning every single person he's ever come into contact
We
with.
need to aim bigger is the thing.
You're conning life.
No,
You're
here's
conning-
Bacalar. Here's what we do. We hitch our wagon to Dan. Right?
I like all you guys.
That's just a bridge too far, Dan. I don't think I could join you on this journey.
Jump on the wagon. I like all you guys. Let's go.
I'll be a
Wait,
I'll be a Dan Wagoner, huh?
There we go. Now we're talking.
That's a shirt.
Yeah.
That's a shirt.
Yeah. First in command right here, Jan Ochoa. Hell yeah.
I would
Sir,
tell
yes,
anyone
sir.
never to bet against
Co-pilot.
Dan, right? Never bet against Dan Reichert. I just don't know if I can actually hitch my wagon.
I got a name for a
you're
heist
lost.
movie.
Oh.
I got a
What's
name for a
that?
heist movie. Show Don't Riccitiello.
Oh no.
Get it? Because like show don't tell.
but don't do that. That's not good. No.
No,
Mike,
Chad's gonna like it.
I feel like there's something in our agreement where if you make the
Enough.
worst pun ever, we don't have to pay
Oh.
you for 6 months. And
Oh,
I'm
no,
thinking
Chad
about
doesn't like it.
check the fine print. Yeah.
thinking
Chad
about
would have my back. Show Don't
enacting
Riccitiello.
that
It's good.
clause.
Yeah, but like I don't want that to be the name of our heist movie. If that's like his Vice documentary in 2-3 years, then that's fine.
It has like not Magic Mike. What's that? Now You See Me energy. Now You See Me. Show Don't Riccitiello.
But you also haven't seen that movie.
No, but you know they steal stuff with magic.
I mean, you're right. You're not wrong.
People don't die in those movies, right? Like in Ocean's like 12, nobody gets like fucking shot in the head.
And if they do, it's like you don't.
They
care.
had it coming.
Oh, it's like, oh, I took one in the arm. Oh no, ooh, I got a boo boo.
I adore some of those moments in those movies. They're really fun.
I should watch those.
Last thing about John Riccitiello before moving on to the next news story here. In 2022, Riccitiello called developers who did not put microtransactions in their games
Oh yeah.
fucking idiots. So what we got to do here, boys, we just got to, on top of the punching down we're doing, we just got to, as we punch down, fail upwards, you know?
Now you're talking. Yes.
This is how Dan and I are going to take over the corporate world.
Absolutely. Yes.
And you know what?
That'd be
We'll
fucking
take,
hilarious.
we'll take both of you with us.
If I do wind up going into politics and getting elected, like, can you be like my chief of staff?
I think you can appoint your staff.
What will my job be?
Oh, there's like probably some agriculture thing or something, right?
Oh, that's like
agriculture.
Maybe that's a bad one.
That's like the land.
The dude
That's
who
the
won't
land.
eat a banana.
No, I've been on the land ride. Living with the land a bunch in Epcot. I got this.
Yeah.
You can be in the small business. You can do whatever Linda McMahon got. You got that.
And that went so well.
Oh, for everyone, yeah.
Speaking about
the land,
please turn into Linda McMahon, Mike. That would be great
Mike
for
Minotti,
everyone.
the Linda McMahon of Giant Bomb.
We'll occasionally take a bump.
You're a tiny little seed.
Take a shitty stunner.
Speaking of the God, I lost my train of thought there. I was just thinking about Mike singing and then taking a stunner. And sorry, Mike, but it's a hilarious image.
It is.
Good. Guess what, boys? Guess what is back on the menu for Game of the Year? Redfall, because Bethesda has updated Redfall with 60 FPS mode, gameplay changes, and more because of a patch. No, I'm not.
There's
I'm
no
not
way that
hooking-
game came out this year. What are you talking about?
Should we UPF Redfall again? I don't know. I hated it
things we could do.
so much.
We have so
I
many
hated it
ideas.
so much.
We have so many good ideas in so little time. You think we're gonna waste time on fucking Redfall?
I tore into that game and I like barely scratched the surface of how little I thought of it, and I was already getting people telling me to ease off. So maybe it's for the best that I don't like. I'm glad they updated it. That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did. Some people are still finding something to enjoy there, but yeah, it's hard for me to imagine.
Hey, they've added a performance mode to Xbox Series X and S. Stealth takedowns. I didn't know the game didn't have stealth takedowns.
I thought it did. That's weird.
No, I remember it didn't. People complained about that because it's from, like the people who made
Arcane.
Freaking, it's Arcane. The freaking, what's that game called? Dishonored. The Dishonored people. So it's weird it didn't.
There's accessibility improvements and much more. Pete Hines has been quoted recently, head of Bethesda's head of publishing, saying that the company would make Redfall a good game. Okay. He also said, okay, we didn't get the start we wanted, but it's still a fun game, and we're going to keep working on it. We're going to do 60 frames per second. He continues by saying, we're going to get it to be a good game because we know, as a first-party studio, Game Pass lives forever. There will be people 10 years from now who are going to join Game Pass, and Redfall will be there. I want them to do this. I want them to turn Redfall into a must-play game.
Must play? I mean, there's just so many fundamental issues. Like the performance was awful, and there were a lot of problems.
Yeah,
I guess you could fix a lot of those, but man, just nothing. There's nothing coherent there. Like I don't know how all these little pieces you fix can still come together to make a whole. I'm not sure.
I mean, Superman 64, you can make it 60 frames a second. That doesn't make it a good game.
Right.
It's like that's not a fix. It's better. 60
You'll
frames a
probably
second is a
find out
better
soon,
experience,
Dan.
but
You'll probably find out soon.
Don't know why you would say that.
Got to get him a little swoopy doopy for his hair.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I can't do the gimmick. There's no way. So
Oh no, it's not like we
disqualified.
can't get you a toupee or something.
Oh, I didn't even think
Can't get rid of
about that.
beard. Can't get rid of beard.
do it? How could
Can't,
we do it?
Superman doesn't have a giant beard. Can't do that.
Yeah,
Neither does
RoboCop
Sonic.
famous for his big beard. Right? Yeah,
I bet
that's the thing.
RoboCop could grow a beard. That part's skin.
Yeah, they could
that's-
probably just add like a couple like USB dongles to his chin. It'll be fine. Oh, that sounds disgusting. I copied and pasted a couple of the patch notes here that have been added to Redfall. Various fixes to support hero abilities triggering properly despite environmental factors like ladders, death mist, electrocution, and more.
Like one, ladders. Two, death mist.
Don't worry,
He says
those
the
won't
two.
bother you anymore.
The two flavors of environments.
And hey, I know that we're goofing here. Game development is incredibly hard, but
Sure.
I just,
Yes, it is. I know.
it's incredibly hard, and maybe not this, y'all. Maybe not this. Maybe this shouldn't have been the horse.
It's hard to tell because like you look at people that turn their game around, and you're like, oh, that'd be great if people talked about us like No Man's Sky, because it does. I'm sure it sucks.
Is there
The game comes
another
out.
instance similar to No Man's Sky where
Final
like
Fantasy.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk?
Now Final Fantasy 14, but they remade Final Fantasy 14. That was even more monumental. I got my Final Fantasy 14 shirt on. Let's go, Red Mages.
What a mark.
Yeah, but like, yeah, Anthem, they were going to. Yeah,
Anthem could have been, right?
Yeah, they were going to do a 2.0, and then they're kind of like, actually, no, we're not. Turns out that'd be really expensive, and nobody's playing the game.
I feel like you could maybe make the argument for like Destiny.
Oh, okay.
Destiny had a rocky launch, but then it
had a
turned
rocky
into
launch.
Right?
It was pretty quick turn. It was like what, a year or so, and then it started to turn around.
Even Destiny 2, like at first people had a lot of complaints, and then that came out. A lot of like live servicey games like that, for sure. The freaking Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege was like that, right?
Oh yeah, totally. That's
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's still huge, but it took over the internet for a hot
I'm sure
second.
by
path,
now
but
it's
sure.
slowed down, but
Yeah.
it did very well for them for a long time. But hey, Redfall, they definitely have the right to try, and maybe I shouldn't goof. Maybe I should go back in and see if there's more to it now.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
should
know.
try all things.
should try.
Bananas, Redfall,
Nah, not
you know.
those.
Two other patch notes included increased open world enemy population and mission encounter balancing. I remember
That was a
running around that
problem.
world and it was a little barren.
Very
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a
You
big
walk for
problem.
5 minutes, and it's like, okay, here's 3 bad guys on a roof. Sure.
Kind of want to fire it up again. All I'm saying.
All right, and well, the last one I have here is added unique open world enemy encounters in Redfall Commons. Maybe they
okay.
can. I don't know what the Redfall Commons are. Is that just the
I
hub
guess
world?
well, the town
Then
was called Redfall, right? That's why it's called that. So
Okay,
I guess it's just
okay.
the literal town commons.
Yeah.
I hate that I'm mildly curious now.
Yeah, I'm more curious than anything else, but I don't know.
I mean, hey, Redfall has to deal with a bunch of vampires. I almost forgot this game dealt with vampires, but it's October. It's spooky season.
It didn't even occur to me that it's spooky coded game, huh?
It doesn't feel spooky in the slightest.
It should have been more
No.
spooky, if we're being honest.
Yeah, they should have like gotten rid of any trace of like Whedon-esque humor in there and should have gone full on like scary stuff.
God.
I do remember being real mad at this game. I don't know.
Yeah, you did. You were like, because I remember you two, because there was a preview session, and a lot of people came back from that preview, kind of being like, "Yeah, blah, 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 pretty good." And like, yeah, Dan and Backle are like, even then,
No,
like,
Dan was. I was way more optimistic than Dan.
Yeah,
Dan was
I was
like,
like,
"Fuck
no.
this game."
I was not into it from the jump.
And then
yeah.
I was more like, all right, I'm looking forward to like actually like playing this, not in a loft, like
sure,
in my
an ideal
house,
setting, right?
I'm like, I'll fuck around with this. I'll dip my toes more in this thing. And
But then you found
the
out.
game came out.
You
Yeah,
found out.
You found out exactly.
Something I'm scared for, and this is more of a fear with my wallet, is Lego released the first images of the Lego Animal Crossing playsets. Gentlemen, this is going to be dangerous. This story comes from Jordan Miller, Video Games Chronicle. What's up, Jordan? Nintendo officially announced last week that Lego sets based on its Animal Crossing series are on the way, confirming rumors from earlier this year. Now there are images of the first sets in the new line of Lego will have been published by the Lego Group. The 5 sets that will make up the first wave are Julian's Birthday Party, Bunny's Outdoor Adventures, Captain's Island Boat Tour, Isabel's House Visit, and Nook's, Cranny, and Rosie's House.
I'm looking at these right now as someone who really likes Lego a lot and loves Animal Crossing, and I don't think I'm going to be getting these. These are like, remember when Mario announced they were going to do some stuff, and early on it was just like, here's like these tiny little weird kind of playground. Like I don't know,
Right.
some of these
Not
disjointed
quite Mario.
things, and like like I loved it. I got the Bowser one, the bigger like the N64 question mark block, the NES. Like I like those big expensive multi-thousand piece things. When it's this, and it's just like I'm looking at Bunny's outdoor.
Yeah, this is not
it's like
for
a tiny
you.
tent,
This
and
is-
it's like
No,
It's-
but
yeah.
Dan's right. Like, I don't like the Lego sets that are like literal like sets. I want to make buildings or vehicles. I think
Yeah,
that's what
I
works.
get it.
So that's why the Star Wars stuff was always really good for Lego.
That's
It was like,
great.
yeah, make an AT, make an X-wing. Even then, sometimes be like, here's the Ewok village set
Yeah.
adventure.
Right,
It's like, no,
okay.
no.
I have the giant Millennium Falcon like 10 feet from me, and I've been thinking about putting that together for like 2 years. It is huge.
Backlar, you know what my dream Lego set is? Have you seen
Haunted Mansion.
No, even more than that. You
a
see,
life-size Mickey Mouse.
no. You see the McAllister house from Home Alone 1.
Oh,
I've seen that.
Wait,
That's cool.
That's a real one.
It's a
Yeah.
real one. It's like a real deluxe one. It's real big and expensive,
See,
but it
those-
looks
Is it out now?
amazing.
Those are the ones that interest me. I was at a Barnes and Noble book selling store over the weekend, and I saw like an old-fashioned typewriter one.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw
Have you
that.
seen
I
that?
saw
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I've
I
seen
want
it.
that. Like that's
Yeah,
what
that's
I
neat.
want. Like these. That's why these bother me. Like especially the Mario ones too, right? Like plus the I don't know. I'm not impressed with the Mario Lego stuff. I
The
just
big
think
ones?
it's like what?
The big ones
Like
are fun.
the-
I guess.
No,
Bowser
the
and-
NES console is cool
Oh,
as
okay.
fuck.
The
Like
question
I'm talking about
mark
like
is
the,
awesome.
I'm talking about the playset ones, the ones I get for my
Yeah.
kid.
Right.
Where he like
I don't
puts it
love those.
together and it's like, okay, what am I even doing? Like, am I just jumping these blocks onto other plastic? Like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
happening?
they try to like it is kind of a
It's
game,
stupid.
and it's like,
it's stupid.
just let
It's
me
like a
make
one.
Ninja's Castle.
It's a one. You do it
Oh,
and you
shit.
never do it again, and you're like, what is this? And it cost me $70 to like do this thing. I don't like it. I don't think it's fun. It's fun to build. Obviously, that's why Lego is fun. But like to have it out and to just do something with it, it's not fun. And I get the same kind of vibe from these Animal Crossing sets. But at least they're not trying to like do the camera reader thing like they did
Right.
in Mario.
Oh.
and stuff
Pretend
like
it's a
that.
video game or something.
Yeah.
Mike's saying Peach's Castle, like that would be so
That'd
like
be
the
so
straight up
good.
64
Louis-
with the interior stuff
Yeah.
and the slide, like make the slide going around.
Oh,
and
you
stuff.
could do like the
man.
little paintings as well. Little
Yes.
Lego bob bombs.
Yes.
I mean, was
That would-
that the best part of going into Super Nintendo World, the theme park, when you saw the
Yeah.
little bomb battlefield painting?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, it's like,
man.
holy shit! I've jumped into that a billion times. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like that piranha plant that came out. I thought about picking that up.
Wait, that's not out, is it? I was going to order it, but the pre-orders weren't open.
Oh,
or
I
something.
thought pre-orders were.
The big one, the like $70 one or something.
Yeah, that one.
Oh shit!
What?
Well, I need to get that when it opens up.
Wait a minute.
What?
Oh, someone's messing with me.
What?
I thought the typewriter actually works. It does feed paper, but it doesn't actually work. It looks like it works.
You
Oh.
silly goose.
I thought it worked
I
too.
got
Good point.
I'm sorry for that
I
distraction.
guess if you had to start getting ink involved, that could get pretty.
I know. What was I
messy.
thinking? What was I
Yeah,
fucking thinking?
but
What a
man.
dumb bitch.
Kids
Yeah.
don't know the concept of
That's
ink
okay.
anymore. Yo, I had
No,
to go
it's
buy
true.
printer ink like 2 weeks ago. None of the stores near me fucking carry printer ink anymore.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
I had
it's
to
all
hack
the,
my
like,
printer.
HP racket where it's like they know exactly how much ink you have, and then you have to sign up for a mail delivery ink system.
No,
It
you
sucks.
can syringe it. You can like syringe your shit.
I had to jailbreak my printer to get it to use
Yeah.
like a third party
Oh,
thing.
it's
Yeah.
so stupid. It's
Oh
so stupid.
god. If anyone needs help doing that, I know how to do that now. So
Get
holler at your
yourself
boy.
like a at least a laser printer is like more economical with the toner. It's not as bad.
Does it shoot a laser?
Yes,
Dangerous.
5 lasers.
I got
Black and white
detectors, It's
only.
fine.
Okay, all right. Now is part of the alleged story on the news section this week. Allegedly, ChatGPT was used to write the Gollum game Apology.
Perfect.
This story comes
No
from
notes.
Jordan
No
Midler
notes.
from VGC. In interviews with German gaming outlet Game 2, several former Daedalic staff members have spoken for the first time about what went wrong with a critically panned licensed game. It's now claimed, allegedly, that the apology was written with the AI software ChatGPT, according to 2 sources speaking to Game 2. It also claimed that the developer Daedalic had no knowledge of the apology or its contents prior to publishing, and is handled
Wow.
entirely by publisher Nacon, right? Nason?
Yeah, that's right.
Nacon. All right. That seems absolutely insane, and just like the perfect way for the Gollum story to end.
If only we had Gollum here right now to say anything about this.
No,
Yeah, we
Backlaw,
don't.
you do a really good one. We'll
I
all close
know.
our eyes.
Oh
No, it's fine.
Backlar just shut me down. I'm not your fucking monkey.
You try banana and you'll get some Smeagol, okay? That's all I gotta say.
No.
I also isn't this a situation where like nobody cares though? Right?
There's
Like,
there are
even if this is
people-
Damn it, I
true,
snorted. Shit, that's funny. You're right. No one cares.
even if this is true, who cares? Right?
It's,
Like,
it's appropriate. I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
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 He did it.
Is that a golem?
Thank you.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was-
hey, my precious ring. Right? Is that,
Oh, I think I'll
That's
throw my
nice.
ring into Mordor.
oh God, it's making me evil. Oh no.
Frodo, give me the ring, please. The former Daedalic senior developer and technical director Paul Schulz had a couple of fun quotes here. There are people working on this game that have been developers for 10, 15, 20 years, and they're good, but they can't do magic because they weren't given the funds. It just feels bad. The whole Gollum situation feels bad.
Yeah.
You can't just throw more money at something like that. Hang on for another year, and then everything will be fine. That's unrealistic because the game underneath, it doesn't support it.
It was a bad idea for a game. It was a
bad idea.
Officially a bad idea.
Which is bad.
Like
ideas.
the-
I have not seen this game in motion once. I have not
Really?
played it. So if you want Blight Club, I could dress up like Gollum. So
That's
You're just trying to get out of Super Dan 64 is what you're
oh,
trying
I'm
to
just
do.
thinking, what's
But
best for
what is
content?
worse,
What are you
though?
talking about?
What is worse?
That's pretty
I don't
funny,
know how bad Gollum is. I
I
just have
think-
heard everyone say it's bad.
I think Gollum is the better one to play just for like the contemporary status of it all.
I've heard
you know?
there's stealth, and I hate stealth, and I also hate Lord of the Rings. So
Yeah, but I don't want to
Sounds
just hear you.
great.
I don't want to have to hear you like whine about Lord of the Rings for 8 hours.
Oh, that's
I
true.
actually really
Right.
do like
That's
Lord of the
I
Rings.
mean, hey, well, in that case, I also think Superman's lame as hell. So
Yeah,
have
but I
Yeah.
don't care about
Right.
Superman.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
no one
Yeah,
likes
whatever.
Superman.
Alright.
Superman's a nerd.
What a dumb
Don't you
character.
love that?
Yeah.
Don't you love that most people think he sucks?
Who likes Super outside of like Greg Miller, who just likes
I was about to
everything?
say Greg
like,
Miller.
Well, yeah,
I was gonna
yeah.
say
like,
Greg.
who fucking cares about Superman?
What's his face? The
Just-
guy who's making the movie.
Nerds.
Shaq?
Shaq?
What the
Shaq,
fuck?
Jerry
Who's that
Seinfeld,
Guardians
and
of the
Greg
Galaxy
Miller.
guy? Yeah.
Why
Right,
would Jerry
Jerry-
Seinfeld?
Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman loves him.
Jerry
Wait, why
Seinfeld
is-
loves Superman.
Yeah, yeah.
Really? How does that come into play? What is that
It's like a
about?
whole thing throughout like the
Yeah,
course of
yeah.
the show.
He
He's
brings
got
it
the-
up
he's
a
got
bunch.
the thing
Yeah.
there. He's
Yeah,
got
I
the
never really saw
statue.
most of Seinfeld. I've only seen about maybe
James
40%
Gunn. That's it.
of
James Gunn likes Superman.
Oh,
Does
is he in
he?
charge of Superman? Isn't
Yeah,
he
he's,
like a big?
he's Mr. DC.
Yeah,
And
he's
Superman's
writing-
DC,
He's
right?
doing the new Superman
Yes,
movie.
Dan.
And he's in charge of
Okay.
all DC, but that's his priority.
So he could make a Superman movie.
He is making a
This is too
Superman
much talking
movie.
about Superman. He sucks.
Yeah,
he's not good.
I mean, we've had people call and write in and be like, "Oh, here's an intelligent way to defend
don't
Superman."
care.
Okay, wait, no,
and it's
I
like,
don't
okay,
care.
cool. I still don't care.
Like,
Like,
to be clear, I don't have an issue with. I don't think
Yeah,
he
like,
sucks. I
Superman
just don't
can
care.
exist, but like when you need to over-explain why Superman's story is important and why I should care, it's like, all right, you kind of lost me. No one can tell it's him with the glasses, and that was enough for me to say I'm never watching this bullshit
See,
ever
and
again.
I feel like I wind up liking a lot of the Boy Scout style superheroes,
Yeah,
you know,
why don't
like
you like Superman?
Cap, Cyclops. I fucking
Yeah, you
hate-
love cop. You love cop
Payday.
heroes.
No. People that follow the rules and are good leaders when they have to be.
No.
Yeah, like,
Yep.
Dan, like Dan
Batman.
robbing a bank.
That's a villain. Joker did that.
Oh man, I'd take so many other DC characters over Superman.
I don't
Yeah,
have
it's
much,
easy. That's easy.
I don't have much DC love in general. Like I liked Batman when the Nolan movies were coming out, and even
Sure.
then, I'm kind of over the Batman thing. So it's
Still think Batman is pretty badass. But,
I like
yeah.
Batman.
He's a cool
lot.
character.
He's pretty
He's
cool.
a
Good.
cool,
Yeah.
cool dude.
I like
Yeah.
all the
Cool stuff
variation
with-
stuff.
That
in the
GameCube
comics.
game was pretty good, right?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Dark Tomorrow.
You should check it out one time, Backler.
So
yeah, it's really good.
I know Grubb. No, I should not because I've seen enough of it and it's fine. If Grubb was here, Grubb would be able to tell me about like the odds of a new Batman game in the next 5
you have
years.
another games journalist who.
Oh,
works in the industry
yes,
here.
Mike Minotti, I see you raising your hand politely. What do you have to add to this conversation?
You made him a shy guy.
I mean, there might be a chance that Warner Brothers desperately retreats to a new Batman game since Gotham Knights did not do particularly well.
Well, yes, we
right?
all know the unfortunate fate of that game. But what about like I mean, I guess I don't know. Every now and then I'll go back and play Asylum. I'll just like pick up a save from like I did it the other day. I had a save from 2016 and I picked it back up and I'm like, motherfucker, this game
Yeah.
is so
It's
good.
incredible.
They nailed it, but they were already getting diminishing returns. Like Arkham
Yeah, I get
Knight was still a lot of that, and
Sure.
people were kind of like over
think-
it a bit.
I think Asylum is for me is the best in that trilogy because it's sort of just like I don't know.
It's
It like
denser. It's very dense.
denser. It's smarter. Like
Yeah.
It's focused.
yeah.
I was
It's got
thinking.
more. The vibes are better. The vibes are cooler in that game.
I was thinking about Asylum in the last week with another, big comic game coming out, and I was thinking about Asylum a lot and how good
Yeah,
it
me
was.
too.
And I realized that, like, goddamn, you know what? If someone called Asylum a retro game at this point, like Niki, I don't know, Niki's much younger than us,
Nikki's 14.
right?
Yeah.
I bet. I mean, how old was Niki when that came out? And,
That's
and
an
if
Xbox
Niki-
360 game, so
Yeah, it was 2009 or so. And
What
if
year?
Niki said it was a retro game, it's like you can't really argue. I remember when Abby called Halo a retro series when she got hired, and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Well, fuck."
Listen. I
Like,
think with that stuff, when I think of retro, I think about like kind of like a genre or a style that is like almost non-existent now in some way. Although that's not entirely true, right?
Well,
but like,
yeah. I mean, we
But, like,
used to
that-
have used to just say, "Oh, a game's 10 years old, it's retro now," and that like Skyrim broke that. When Skyrim turned 10 years
Yeah.
old, it's like that's not retro. Video games are basically still that. Like, there's no way there's anything retro about that
it's a-
anymore.
I think retro is a difficult label these days for sure.
I think it's what's the word? Respective of like your age, because
Yeah,
like
of
when me,
course.
I consider myself like a retro collector, and my cutoff is that 360 Wii.
Yes.
It's like then even that I'm like I don't know. I was like out of college review. I was at Game Informer reviewing 360 games. You
Yeah,
know,
but
I
I-
don't
Yeah.
consider that like old, but for me that's the cutoff.
In words that I can't really like place, I agree. Like I think there is some weird cutoff there where like games just fundamentally look different, right?
Sure,
HD
sure.
era changed things, but yeah, that's for me. It's like you go to that GameCube, like PlayStation 2 era. That's still retro to me. Like obviously I
Sure.
collect that, but then 360, like no, that's just video games. Like I can go buy all of those games on Steam basically, and
you
that's
do.
60 FPS, and I do.
It's like when the local classic rock station starts playing Guns N' Roses and Nirvana, and you're like, "What? This isn't classic rock." Well, that's fuck, actually.
I think that's actually a little different, but I get your meaning there. Yeah.
Sure, it's just things that you don't consider old
Right.
are now being categorized along with other older
It's
things,
starting
you
to
know?
happen to me, and I fucking hate it.
Comes for us
God.
all, Jan. It comes for us all.
I forgot how old I was, gentlemen. Like,
Oh, you'll keep getting reminders for the rest of
Yeah.
your life.
okay.
Just can't believe Knack's a fucking retro game.
According to Turbo Sean, Nikki and Sean were 13 when Asylum came out.
Yeah, so that's like
That
Metal Gear
doesn't feel
Solid for
bad.
me, you know?
But that
Yeah.
doesn't feel bad. Yeah.
I was like 13 when the GameCube came out, I think. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do see someone wrote in chat about classic cars, and I do see people with their 1994 Ford Mustang being like, "Look at this vintage car." You know?
Oh my God.
Those
The
90s Mustangs,
car
man.
heads.
Yeah.
In the same way that I feel like I really like the look of like old Mustangs, right? But people fawning over the late 80s to early 90s era of Honda Civics is so fucking insane to me.
Yeah, dude.
It's so wild.
You know what fucking kills me? Backlar, sorry for this, but it's when like somebody will be like current wrestlers, like wrestlers that are on TV will be like, "Yeah, I knew I wanted to be a wrestler when I was a kid, and I was watching The Shield," and I was like, "What? Or what?"
With
That's
Michael
ins-
Chiklis? What do you mean?
No.
Shit. Like it's a faction that debuted in 2012.
A
and it's like,
stable
I
that
guess That
debuted.
makes sense. A stable,
Oh,
yes.
got
Like,
it.
oh my God, The Shield being your childhood favorite wrestlers it's insane to me.
That
I mean,
I'm so
I would,
sad
like,
now.
If I was that age, I mean, I would think the Shield were cool as hell. But
Sure.
the
Of
fact that like,
course.
people that are
Yeah.
wrestlers now grew up on the Shield or Punk or something, it's crazy.
That makes me so sad inside.
It's all right, Jan. You'll always be 30 to me forever.
I feel like dust right now.
Jan, do you think I'm more like your age or more like Dan's age?
Well, you
Am I
own a
one of
house, so you're in that pile.
Shit.
You're bald and you own a house.
You're the
You're one
elder
of me.
millennial for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
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 I'm still a sprightly 36 right now.
Okay.
Last news story of the day. Hey, there's going to be a slightly smaller PS5 coming out.
PlayStation 5 Slim, it's real.
It doesn't look that much slimmer.
Like any improvement's an improvement to me. That thing is big honking.
It's
console.
bulbous. Yeah.
Mhm.
It says like 30% smaller.
30. So volume, reduce the volume by more than 30% and weight by 18%, and 24% compared to previous models. There are 4 separate cover panels, with the top portion in a glossy look, while the bottom remains the same in matte. If you purchase the PS5 Digital Edition, you can add an Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive for the PS5 later. It'll be sold separately for, what do you think, folks?
I'm
Blu-ray
reading, I'm
drive?
cheating.
Yeah.
Cheating. I read it.
I
40
read it
bucks?
too. What was the HD DVD drive? How much did that cost when it came out?
120 or something insane like
Was
that?
it really for the
expensive.
360?
I mean, that
Yeah.
was brand new
It's
technology.
It's
How
true,
much
yeah.
is the drive? I mean, the drive probably...
$79.99.
Shut the actual fuck up.
Is that
What?
expensive for you, or
Yeah, dude.
Right.
I have no frame of reference
A
anymore.
Blu-ray drive's like $4.
Well, Ultra HD Bluray, not just normal Bluray.
Okay,
I don't know if that matters.
$6.
I haven't looked at the
That's the
price of a
standard
Blu-ray
now.
player in years. I always just have them in my video game console.
Just give me a VCR adapter thing. Like,
Yeah.
just
Oh, that'd be
attach
cool.
VHS on there, yeah.
The new PS5 model will be available starting this November in the U.S. at select local retailers. Once inventory of the current PS5 model has sold out, the new PS5 will become the only model available. And also, a horizontal stand will be included with the PS5 model, but also a new vertical stand compatible with all PS5 models will be sold for $29.99. And folks, if you look up the PlayStation
That's
blog,
insane, actually, that's
showing
giving you the stand.
it's stupid. Showing you the horizontal stand, I believe it also comes with a little kickstand to keep that bad boy up.
Hey,
Yeah.
Just zoom in on that. It's great.
it does come with one. They had every opportunity to change the shape of this dumbass thing. And they're
Oh
like,
wait,
nope.
okay. Now here's my maybe hot take. The PlayStation 5 looked good, and I think aesthetically I like the way these look still also. I am glad PlayStation 5s have some style to them and aren't just black boxes like every other piece of tech anymore,
All right,
or a
that's-
white box if they're really spicy.
That's great for you. I don't know what to say. Like,
say, wow, Mike, you're right.
no, like they are. I don't know. I don't care what it really looks like. I just think the fact that like it needs this like crutch to even be
Well,
to sit functional is
The
so
stand
stupid.
is a problem. The stand's
It's
a
just
problem. Well,
so
the biggest
stupid.
problem is that they're charging you separately for
Yeah.
the stand now. That's insane.
Like, yeah, I think you could have gotten away with like maintaining the spirit of this, Las Vegas hotel looking atrocity, and it would have been fine if you tweak it where I don't need all these extra doodads. And this thing's expensive as it is too. You're not even like getting a discount on the price of it, right? Like,
No. Well,
like what are we doing?
I mean, Jeff would always say, Grubb, that that's kind of like one of the big reasons you do one of these things anymore, because you don't want to do price cuts. So you just make new models that are so you can kind of keep that original price forever.
I do like the black stripe down the middle. I think that's better.
I would have
little
just
racing
wanted
strip.
something smaller that fits
Yeah.
better on my
Like-
desk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, you cannot travel with a PS5.
No.
You're not putting that thing in
No.
luggage. No.
No.
I
Well, and it,
would like something more packable.
Yeah.
interesting too that this is just going to replace the original PlayStation 5, right? Like,
Okay.
I mean, it's been a few years, and once those are gone, you will not be able to buy. It's kind of like it's more like the 360 Slim sort of situation, right? Back then,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Well,
So it's
that was sorely needed because like the 360 Slim was
Yeah.
the one that kind of like helped fix the red lights didn't really become an issue after that,
Yeah.
So what was the original capacity of the
500?
500, I want to say.
Yeah, it's what's
Okay.
that, terabyte.
oh, terabyte's
Terabyte.
nice?
Yeah, that's nice.
Big drive.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
drive, big dreams, baby. Still a moderately big console. God, can we just get back to the GameCube? I didn't have a GameCube, but perfect size.
I have 4.
You have 4 GameCubes? Do you have every color?
No, I have a Japanese purple, and U.S. purple, a U.S. black, and then a Japanese spice orange that's been modded to play region-free games.
I want to get a Spice
Whoa.
Orange.
Yeah,
that's-
that's kind of the right. Everyone loves that color, especially including me.
I had
I
the
should get
jet
one of
black
those.
one. That's the one I took the optical drive out of, and I put the like reader in there with.
Oh,
all
wait,
the
I don't
games
have a
and
black.
stuff.
I have a platinum. Black's the one I don't have. I was kind of opposed to the black. You heard how upset I was about black boxes a moment ago.
Back in the day when it was modern, I had the platinum silver one. I got it with Metroid
Yeah.
Prime. But yeah, the one I have now is the black
That's
one.
right. That is when those came out. There's like a rare like Metroid Prime, not GameCube, but you could like replace that top like little disc on the outside or something.
There were a few different variations. Like there was a Donkey Konga one. There's a Japanese Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes one where it's like it's just the circle on top. It looks like a decal.
What do you think about Twin Snakes, Dan? I don't know.
I like it. I like
you
it.
Like it?
Mm-hmm.
I like it, but I would almost never like. I liked playing through it once. I don't know if I'd ever want to play that version again instead of just the original.
I played through it a few years ago, and it's still fun. I think it's not like an official, like this isn't like canon. This is the definitive version of Metal Gear Solid 1. But I think giving it to this like very stylish movie director and being like, hey, what do you want to do with this weird shit? I think that's a lot of fun. I remember there was a 27-minute trailer before it came out. It was 27 minutes, and it was every one of the crazy. Here's the Gray Fox part where you cuts the ceiling down. Here's the backflip off the missile. Here's everything. I probably watched that trailer 150 times in college, getting ready for that game.
Oh,
and
boy.
I liked it a lot. I don't like that you can't do the pressure sensitive stuff, which I wonder how they're going to get around that in the re-releases. Because remember the PS2 had the pressure sensitive face buttons. There's fun gimmicks where it's like, oh, here's like a Yoshi in GameCube in the Gray Fox area. Here, Psycho Mantis is asking about Smash Brothers and Mario Sunshine and stuff like that. Like that stuff's cool. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
It fucks up the Ocelot fight, but
the first person makes a lot of things easier, but whatever.
Yeah. I'm glad it exists. I enjoy it.
Bacalar, I feel like this will infuriate you. According to Ogto in the chat, apparently the Blu-ray drive costs almost double in Europe at 120 euros.
I don't know what to say. It's just so it's crazy to me why you would buy it separately. Like I don't know. I have nothing. I have no response. You've left me speechless.
Well, with that, folks, we're gonna go take another quick breaky break. We're gonna go read some emails, read some shout-outs, and then we'll all take a collective group nap, and that includes you at home. So go get the blankies ready. Go drink a cup of coffee, and we'll take a fun coffee nap together.
Make you through the night. Oh yeah. Paper chase your night away. Don't forget your holiday. Keep me on your mind today. And no matter what the time is, I'll be on schedule, girl. Alright. And no matter where the time went, nothing has changed for you, girl. 'Cause you are my only love, hey, baby, you're the only one for me, and I'll never be lonely anymore. Baby, you just took a hold on me,
Gotcha on payroll. She's like queso. No, I keep her not, don't get popped like Fago. And she better tat it up like Fabo. Rick and Morty, no Draco. On payroll. She's like queso. No, I keep her not, don't get popped like Fago. And she better tat it up like Fabo. Rick and Morty, no Draco. Moving through your city, would've thought I was a citizen. Every time I come around, I know they gon' remember me. Never liked to work, but she got special tendencies. Had a lot of friends, then they turned into my enemies. $20 pasta, get it started up. Met your the strip, then I took her to the Aria. They tryna ride my way, but they was never going hard enough. Fat make it clap, 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 just like Ari does. One roll win $1,000. She like the way I'm dressing like $1,000. I beat it up, I call her Ronda Rousey. Smoking over Scotty, got us offer like we on the mountain. On payroll, she's like queso. No, I keep her not, don't get popped like Fago. And she better tat it up like Fabo. Rick and Morty, no Draco. On payroll, she's like queso. No, I keep her not, don't get popped like Fago. And she better tat it up like Fabo. Rick and Morty, no Draco. Told her back it up, beep beep like a Benz truck. Kept it on the low, but she know what. Now she on me back, got her begging for attention. I'ma show you how to ball, so you better pay attention. I've been with plenty women, but they never held me down before. Call her Roddy when she suck it going down below. I marry her like Christmas, see the world, and around we go. Big shoes, big nose, who you clown? Gonna keep it going cause I'm ballin', going back to back. Met her in the club, then you know what happened after that. Just need her for the night, in the morning you can have her back. I've been smoking gas, no pump, got an asthma attack. On payroll, she's like queso. No, I keep her knot, don't get popped like Fago. And she better tat it up like Fabo. Rick and Morty, no Draco. On payroll, she's like queso. No, I keep her knot, don't get popped like Fago. And she better tat it up like Fabo. Rick and Morty, no Draco. Rick and Morty, no Draco. Rick and Morty, no Draco.
안녕 얘들아 오늘도 무언가 되려고 하니 세상은 늘 뭐든 될 수 있단 말하지 마 I don't wanna be like you I like you 너처럼 되는 건 이제 내 그만 될게 내가 될게 Yeah 나는 나처럼 만들 수 있어 Expect to better I can tell you who I am 내가 했을
Nothing bad can happen on a Friday night, and nothing bad can also happen when you're reading emails with your friends.
Isn't
Well,
that
I
the
mean,
truth?
no, I guess you could have a bad email, right? Like, how often is bad news delivered via email now?
Dear Jan, I'm
happens.
dead. Mike.
Dear Jen, I hope this email finds you well. You're fired.
Shit. No. I'm reading emails with my friends. That's supposed to happen.
It was theoretical.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
nowadays people find out they got fired via Twitter. I've seen that a lot. Or is that just a WWE thing? That might just be a
It's just
WWE thing.
WWE.
Okay, all right.
I think that's happened within this industry as well.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah.
Bombcast at giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to. And I want to say thank you because we've actually been getting a lot more emails lately. A lot of kind words, a lot of good stuff. I appreciate all of you. All you get 4.5 podcast points. That's right. The bid is not dead. It's still around. It's still around. Bombcast,
Nice.
giantbomb.com. I think the current leader in podcast points is Mike Minotti, though. So that upsets me. Everyone do better, please.
Well, if Mikey ain't happy,
Nobody's happy.
Give the baby his podcast points.
hit the baby his bottle. That's my motto.
Well, speaking about the bottle, where's Jeff from Quebec City writes in, hello, bomb crew. I have enough people around me with serious addictions that it bothers me and I avoid the topic when possible. However, I've been playing Baldur's Gate, then Starfield, and now Cyberpunk, and it's obvious that beer, alcohol, and drugs are here to stay in games, sometimes even being beneficial to players. With accessibility making leaps in the last years, like spiderphobia, do you see the topic becoming mainstream enough to be addressed? Seems easy enough to just change the item names to vitamin A, B, C, and so on. Would you use such a feature? Meanwhile, I'll be in motorsports. Cheers, Jeff from Quebec City.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Never
Why
really
not?
thought of that. Yeah, why can't you do that?
I don't see the harm in putting that option in there.
Yeah.
I was literally thinking when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3. It's funny because like you pick up like a wedge of cheese and it's like this is worth 3 camp supplies, right? But like and you need camp supplies to like get your sleepy sleep and recharge all your magic and health. But like beer and wine is just also worth the same value. And it is funny. You can like literally just use all liquor and beer. It's like, a full meal. Everybody's
sure.
well rested.
Yes.
Kind of a thing. But no, I mean, that is true. Like there are people who are, just alcoholics, right? It is a disease.
Mhm.
And it is, I wonder what that is like to be confronted with so much of that stuff in
But,
video games.
Not just video games though, because like imagine like if you are to that level, like have an issue, like I don't see how you could go to a restaurant and look at a menu or drive past a bar. Like I don't think there's any harm in like putting an option like this in a game. It doesn't hurt anything.
I mean, that's why You have to have such intense support systems, right?
Sure.
To get just kind of get. Through
I mean,
that stuff.
In Dead Cells, there was the option to change all the food pickups to like
vegetarian stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, again, I don't know game development at all, but I feel like this could be an easy thing to switch in. Maybe just call it something else, right? Like, hey, this one's soda.
This is bubbly. Yeah, we're all drinking bubbly.
Don't drink soda either.
carbonated.
No, I'm a Spindrift man.
I don't get Spindrift. Where is Spindrift?
What do you mean?
And
where is it?
Everywhere,
It's
in
right
all
here
fine,
in my hand.
all fine
What do you-
retailers. What are you
We don't
talking
have
about?
it. We don't have Spindrift in Ohio.
I picked up.
God, you all are drinking Spindrift.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
really
really-
good.
Do you really not have
I don't
Spindrift in
think so
Ohio?
because you guys talk about it, so I look for it. I don't
Spindrift.
see Spindrift. I get
Get
bubbly.
to the
You ever go to
Midwest.
Costco?
We don't have. I don't have a Costco.
Oh, you're bubbly. You got to go for
Oh.
big Pepsi. You got to go with the big brands. We like these little indie mom and pop things. Who runs this? Let me see.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just is it just the Spindrift company?
It's called
Spin-
the Spindrift people.
Oh yeah, it's their own company.
Spindrift-
Bubbly is Pepsi and Dasani is Coke, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you see? There's like a new seltzer water. It's called Liquid Death.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
new.
that's-
It's been around.
It's
Has it
been around for a
Oh,
while.
sorry.
They've got a
Yeah.
very like aggressive marketing campaign, and it seems to work. Like I hear
Yeah,
people talk
I
about it a
guess.
lot.
I
Oh
feel
my
like-
God.
I want to say they were like a big like they're like the Vans Warp Tour version of seltzer. I think.
They're I don't mean to disparage anyone that does not partake or chooses not to partake in drugs or alcohol, but Liquid
Yeah.
Death has quickly become the annoying straight edge kids drink of choice because
It's the
like,
CM
Is it
Punk of
you think it's a
seltzers.
straight edge thing? Is it?
oh yeah, a lot of the people that I know that are like super hardcore straight edge and to the fact that it's like annoying
I mean, it
love
makes
Liquid
sense.
Death.
Because like,
mean-
straight edge is kind of about being in your face and being so aggressive that you assume drugs and alcohol are involved. And that's the vibe I get from Liquid Death.
Not that I
definitely have a
would
lot of
not
friends.
gladly partner with Liquid Death.
But
Oh,
Spindrift,
yeah.
put me in your pocket. Cut the check,
yeah, I
please.
want to be in the pocket of big.
Send me a
Spindrift.
sample, then I'll show you. I don't know. I don't get you. I only get bubbly and generic grocery store brand seltzers.
Well, that sucks, Mike, because you're missing out.
What flavor do you got there?
Lemon.
This is a
Nate.
lemon.
Lemon.
Oh, well, I have a lime right now.
Did I tell you the VP of Good Spindrift? I'm
Oh God. Dan,
am I back?
Dan, you're
You're
back.
back.
You're good.
Well, I don't know what the hell happened there. Everything froze for a second. Now it's back. All right.
You said,
Right.
did I tell you?
Oh yes, the VP of marketing of Spindrift has seen a clip of all of us enjoying Spindrift on the podcast and
Wow.
was interested. So I just want to, and in case he happens to be watching again,
Yeah, of course. Cheers.
Nothing is
Mm.
more
Cheers.
refreshing than a
Mm-mm.
lovely
Yeah,
Spindrift.
Mm.
Yes.
I'll look sad with my bubbly, even though it has.
Oh, there we go.
Get that shit
Get
out
outta here.
Get it out
You're
here.
the
Put it down.
competition.
Put it out of the frame. Put it out of
I'm frowning.
Jeez, okay, well,
No.
the
All
can
right,
smiling.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like a lie. It's like some 1984 Big Brother shit.
This
like
is the
smile,
heist.
you're
Yeah.
stuck with bubbly.
This is the
All
heist.
Yeah.
All right. Going from accessibility to Tim Sweeney. Hello, Bomb Crew. I wanted to share a story I had about Tim Sweeney after hearing you talk about him last week. A few years ago, I had the pleasure of working for Epic as a QA tester. One day while we were working, Tim walked in with another person who was showing him some office upgrades. He proceeds to stop right next to my desk, look around the room, give his chin a nice rub to show thoughts are happening before he says, "This team is just wasting space." After saying that, he immediately left the room, and all my coworker and I could do was ask if that really happened. Somehow,
Cool.
this wasn't the most demeaning thing to happen while working there. To end this on a positive note, I want to thank you for all the hours of entertainment. Sincerely, Matt from Boston. Matt,
Thanks, Matt.
I'm sorry I had to go through that.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
disconnect that someone must have to think that is an acceptable thing to say in general, but also specifically in front of the people in the room where they are doing their jobs.
Oh,
is-
he's so far up his own ass and he can't feel anything anymore that like that's just how he gets his little throw now is by demeaning people who can't do anything about
It's
it.
so messed
It's real
up.
pathetic.
that sucks so much.
What a fucking tool.
Mm.
Jesus Christ. Tim Sweeney, I'm just going to punch down at you, man. Just look out.
Yeah. Get fucked.
We're gonna install easy tubes for us to get into those air vents of that mall you bought. And we're gonna punch down. Just
We're
watch
only
out.
going to serve bubbly.
Well, no, don't say crazy things.
Spindrift. Steven writes in about their gaming habits. Steven writes, "Hello, Bombers. For the past several years, probably about 3 or 4, almost no matter what game I'm playing, I always have to have background noise on most of the time in a form of a video on YouTube. I will have a video playing even when playing new games I've never played, and will pause the video when pivotal story scenes happen, then resume it when the scene is over. I will go to say this is not normal and that I possibly have a form of ADHD, but I will say that it does not distract me in any way of following a game story or video I'm watching. Do you guys have any habits when playing games that could be considered out of the ordinary? Thanks. Thanks from Steven, Dayton, Ohio."
Maybe it's out of the order at this point to like, I'm kind of the opposite way where if I'm doing something, I need to do one thing at a time and focus on it. Like there are exceptions. If I was playing like a Picross game on 3DS that doesn't require any kind of story or reading or anything, like I could have a wrestling podcast on or a wrestling pay-per-view or Raw on TV in the background. But generally, even if it's a game where it's like the story I'm not into or anything, I just want to be focused on that and doing that and not doing the like spreading my brain in a million different directions.
I do that same exact thing he's talking about, but only when I'm playing on my Switch at night, right? Like I like to have my Switch on, and I like to have something on like YouTube on my laptop that's in the bed. And like I do it when I know I shouldn't. Like Cocoon, you guys are talking about how great the sound design in Cocoon is, and I'm like, I have some fucking video about the 10 worst Dreamcast games on while I'm doing it. I know. It's honestly a joke because even like PC. Like because I stream a lot more now, so like that's extra stimulus, and it's like so it like the hardest thing for me to do anymore is to go in my living room and like play a console on my TV when it's just like me and like that. For some reason, like I don't like necessarily think like I don't want to do that, but it's the thing I naturally do the least these days.
Yeah, nothing's ever enough,
Never
for the contemporary attention span.
Yeah,
God,
it's fun with the right game. Like I remember Vampire Survivors was a thing where it's like I loved that because it's like you don't have to think at all. And I'd subscribe to the Deadlock Patreon and I'll just watch like hours and hours and hours of their stuff while I'm playing the game because that's the perfect type of game for it. But like, yeah, I'm usually the total opposite with that.
I'm not saying it's bad. Like I know it's just how we've. I mean, it's just how we've kind of just evolved. Like, evolution doesn't have to be pretty, right? Like, this is where we are now. I mean, I feel like everyone is guilty, well, not guilty, but does this where like you will watch television and you will watch it while you're on your phone.
Oh, I'll try and put my phone away lately.
It depends on the show again. Like if it's a show where you're invested in it and stuff, then like, your phone's away, silence, all that stuff. But if it's just something that's on in the background or some reality show or something like whatever.
It's just what we have to do. Like we just can't help it. We have it, so we do it. I don't know.
I think that's why I still like going to movie theaters because I have to put my phone away for the benefit of everyone else as well, right?
You know what was really eye-opening for me in recent years, and this wasn't just one person. It's let's say I'm at a bar with someone who's like younger, like some industry person who's younger, and they'll have their phone on the bar in front of it, and like the amount of notifications I see, like, hey, I think not turning off all notifications is insane on its own, but I've been with people that like. Every 20 seconds, there will be some notification from a different app, and everyone in mid-conversation will be looking at it and trying to like continue the conversation. But just like every 20 seconds, like I have this or that, or responding to a tweet while talking. And it's just like, wow. I like in that type of situation, you're out socially, hanging out, having a drink and talking, like to be that connected to that. Like I can't even have the vibration or I'm going to like go nuts,
Right. What would The Undertaker do if someone put that on him, right?
Oh no. That's not the analogy.
We don't want to talk about that.
No.
God. We talk about enough cancelable things on this podcast.
We used to stab each other in bars. Just check their phones.
Yeah.
But we looked each other in the eye while we did it.
And for as spread out as my attention span is, I'm still terrible at replying to texts in a timely manner.
Oh.
I have to do it immediately, or like I'm so glad there is usually a mark as unread button now. Because a lot of times I'll be in the middle of a bunch of stuff and I'll see I got a bunch of text and I'll read it. But then if I were to back out and not see the icon, I would never know to respond. So I always mark everything as unread.
My problem is I will see the notification, the text, whatever come in, and I'll think, I'm going to thoughtfully respond to this in a little bit. And then I'll put my phone away and forget about thoughtfully responding to it.
That's why you got to get that
I just
icon
forget
back on
thoughts, altogether.
Oh, I'm forgetting thoughts all over the place, guys.
The only apps I have that like allow notifications are like texts and like security system stuff. Like that's nothing else. Like nothing else I need. Like I can check everything when I need to check it. The idea of getting bugged by it throughout the day is insane to me.
Yeah.
I just
It
personally couldn't function that way.
it doesn't help when we take a 3-day weekend or like an extended vacation where it's like you get the itch to like, well, I haven't checked it in a little bit. I hope everything's okay. But anyway, that's pretty spooky. So let's keep on with spooky games. Rebecca writes in, dear friends of Chris. No. It's Halloween season.
Oh.
Is this Chris we're talking to? Is this Dan? I don't know.
Who knows?
I think he's taking a nap.
It's Halloween season, and as much as I'd like to get into the spirit of things, I'm a grade A coward. I noped out of The Last of Us before the first cutscene ended, and it took me 6 months to play the last hour of Uncharted 1.
That's just a funny sentence. Sorry.
With that in mind, what are some good horror-adjacent video games I could sink my teeth into without actually being scared? Regards, Rebecca in the UK.
Ooh.
Do you remember that old was it Double Fine Costume Quest?
Costume
I wonder
Quest.
if there's still a way to
yeah.
play that. Yeah.
I'm a pretty big coward too. I've been doing a bit better with that lately. But
RE4, you love it. That's gnarly.
RE4, yeah.
RE4 is intense. I wouldn't call it scary.
Man.
Yeah, but even like the scarier Resident Evils, like I've been enjoying that more. I played Alan Wake 1 last year and really like that. That's
Alan
not like
Wake.
super scary, but Alan Wake's not too bad. I think some people are like it's not scary at all.
It's
it's still a
atmospheric,
game
yeah.
where like a ghost lady's giant face will just pop into the screen and scream at you randomly, like it's trying to scare you. Luigi's Mansion, all of those, but especially Luigi's Mansion 3 is a ton of fun and just kind of fun, spooky ghost vibes. I think all the Castlevania games kind of count for this, actually.
Oh, yeah, totally. Because I mean, there's just a whole like murderer's row of like, Frankenstein's monster and Dracula and all that. Like, their death is in that, but like, I've never been scared playing a Castlevania game.
Maybe like even the Souls games are kind of spooky
A bit
adjacent.
Bloodborne. Bloodborne's like not scary, but like it's more spooky, atmospheric than.
It's oppressive.
I guess things will jump out at you. To be fair, though,
Right?
Like,
Okay. Yeah. The Souls game
little bit
stuff
of that.
does jump out at you.
There was that remake of Medieval not too long ago, right? You're
Yeah.
just like
Medieval with the
Yeah,
Skeleton Knight.
Yeah, just a
Mr.
skeleton.
Bones on Saturn.
I loved Mr. I had Mr. Bones. That's one of those games I had it and I loved it, even though I probably never got past like level 2. Probably used Game Shark to skip ahead to other things. But I was like, yeah, I love Mr. Bones. That's cool. That's a skeleton man who sings the blues. That's great.
Has a guitar. It's really maybe the best box art of all time.
Yeah, it's just him.
I'm looking on eBay right now. I should definitely buy one of these.
Mike, am I imagining there being a Nightmare Before Christmas PS2 game?
There is. It was made by Capcom using like the Devil May Cry engine. It also had boss fights that were like that had rhythm mini game segments and they were musicals and it's kind of rad.
Is it okay?
Maybe we should check that out.
It's not bad.
I would check that out.
It's like a full-on sequel.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's one of those. I love it when they do that. I looked up
it's a
Mr.
story
Bones
sequel.
and somehow a droid came up from Star Wars that is decked out in bones. I want to be this guy.
Throw a Saturn in there for good measure.
Okay, Mr. Bones, Saturn.
It's just incredible box art.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Right? Look at that shit.
I want to be this guy.
I need to buy one of the. I need to have this in my house.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, Rebecca, there's a couple recommendations for you. Ooh, Blasphemous or Blasphemous 2, kind of spooky. Maybe what's it called? What's the spoon game you like? Mike?
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight.
I don't need to hear it, Dan. I don't need to hear it, Dan. I don't need to hear it.
I don't think I've ever played it.
Hollow Knight's great.
That's kind of spooky adjacent, I guess.
Hollow Knight's like Tim Burton vibes. If that's what you like, then I think you'll like Hollow Knight.
If Tim Burton made Flash games.
All right.
All right. Let's not say
if
anything
he was like a
hurtful here.
Newgrounds developer.
Mace from Tacoma, Washington writes in, "Hey, bomb folk. Looking over the leaked Microsoft documents from a few weeks ago, it dawned on me that a certain word wasn't mentioned even once regarding Xbox's plans for the next decade. That word is Halo. This leads me to wonder, now that Microsoft owns major shooter franchises like Call of Duty, Overwatch, and Doom, and with Halo Infinite dropping the ball so hard, combined with documented problems at 343, is Xbox's former flagship franchise being put out to pasture? What is the realistic future of the Chief? Keep it 100. Mace from Tacoma, Washington."
I think there's no world where Halo is just done forever. Like even if they took a extended break for 10 fucking years or something, they would definitely herald the big like Master Chief is back, Halo's back.
Right.
Every series comes back.
And
What
he's
classic
old.
game series doesn't fucking come back again and again and again over time? They all fucking come back. Like, but in the near future, maybe it takes a break.
Yeah. I see it taking a quick bricky break and then using, I don't know, whichever next console or next big thing that Microsoft is releasing to bring back the Chief.
Well, Halo Infinite was called that for a reason. It was supposed to be like the big platform for the series for basically this whole generation, and it came out strong-ish and then fell flat pretty quickly. I know Jeff Grubb's been. I have to say Jeff Grubb, which is so weird to me, but he's been reporting a lot on like there's some other studio getting involved and doing something in Unreal, right? Like switching engines and all that kind of stuff. The big question is what's up with 343? What's the kind of future there? It is in a weird spot, but I think Dane, it's interesting because like for me and you, probably a lot of us, to me, Xbox and Halo, that is so synonymous, and
100%.
I do wonder with like a younger generation, is that even really the case? Like, do people care about Halo? Is it like? Because to me, it's like, well, that's their Mario. They need to have that. And it's like, do they? Is it that necessary? I agree that there will be Halo. There's no way Halo is just done and dusted.
Right, but your point
maybe,
makes sense. Like it's not, they are not undetachable in a way that like other franchises and their mascots are.
And it's weird because like there is no Xbox really without Halo, right? It was because they had Halo at that launch that it was such this big deal, and it always felt like a big deal. Kind of after Halo 3, it never was maybe quite at that like that insane height where every game felt like the most important game ever.
Was Reach kind of the peak in terms of quality and just mind share among gamers?
Probably 3 or Reach, and Reach was the last one Bungie themselves actually did right before leaving. So those transitions are just always really difficult. And through the 343 saga's had its ups and downs, and probably more downs than ups.
Yeah, I'm trying to think as a modern gamer or a young gamer, if there's even an appetite for something like Halo. Could they do like a Doom 2018?
Yeah.
Well, maybe the problem, but like that, Halo's multiplayer is so important, whereas Doom 2016 like had a multiplayer mode and it was whatever, who cares? And yeah, honestly, I loved the way Halo Infinite played. I thought it was super fun, and I wasn't even that necessarily bothered by the amount of content, the slow release. The thing is that it bummed everyone else out. Everyone else got upset about it, so then nobody wants to play Halo Infinite. Or if you just, whenever you hear anyone talk about Halo Infinite, it's basically just negativity. So you start to associate it with negativity. That the Halo Infinite, I keep saying Infinity, that well got poisoned somehow.
Hey, you know what we checked out recently that's still fucking fun as shit? That they should stop making every other shooter and just make a new one?
That
Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Oh,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
That was still dope.
We played
Gosh.
Titanfall 2 with the community last week during a TNT. Holy shit. That game is
And not even
still
in like
good.
a nostalgia type of way, in a way where it's like, this is fucking really good right now.
Yeah.
Like, so much fun.
Like
Yes.
in comparison to other stuff that we've been playing, like this game whips. Like,
Yeah.
the movement in it is so good. And even I think I have a problem with aim down sight games because like for me it takes a little bit, and like my brain has never been conditioned with like Call of Duty to get into that. But holy shit, man, TF2, what a fucking game. They should make more of those, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Who knows what's going to go on there. But it is, they brought up the point. Microsoft does have access to a lot of these other legacy shooter franchises and other studios maybe that can work on them. They're probably going to be a Doom. That the leak even mentioned like a Doom Year Zero or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
So that might be happening. And then maybe something happens with Quake. I'd like Quake. I like to see Quake come back. I don't know if like the kids are gonna go nuts for Quake these days or anything, but I'd like it.
If you ask me to describe anything regarding the story to Quake, I don't think I could do that.
Oh, who can?
I think
No one can.
Quake is
Come on.
probably the biggest game that I've never played.
Oh, really? Quake
I
1.
think.
So the Night Dive remasters of Quake 1 and 2 are very good if you are curious, and they're
Those
both
ones
good
on
games.
Game Pass.
I don't know if either of them are on Game Pass. I'm actually.
I
Not
thought there was a
sure.
recent like re-release or something of
There was a
Quake.
Quake 2. I don't know if it was on Game Pass though.
Hey, Mike, who did the music for one of those Quake games?
I know it's 9 Inch Nails now. I didn't when it came up in Game Mass Jeopardy. Darn it. Darn it.
I had that on in the background, and then I was yelling at my phone. I'm like, Mike, come on, man.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Somewhere Lucy James is like screaming.
Oh, she was very
just woke up.
upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just.
I
woke
bet.
up.
Oh, yeah, she was very upset. She tweeted at me.
What's
for
all this then?
upsetness.
No,
I'm not.
What you mean?
that's actually really good. She does.
Yeah, that's
she
actually
does
pretty
say,
good.
say that a lot. All right, last email to the show this week comes from Splotch. Oh, hello, Splotch. Hey, Bombas. The Amico launch was like a few weeks ago or something. Love you, Splotch.
Yeah, right. Get the fuck out of here.
No, it didn't.
No.
It never came out.
I
way
believe
that
them,
thing
and
actually
I
came
could 100% see it coming and
looking it up.
going.
The television one, the freaking Tommy Tallarico thing?
Yeah, the Amico.
Yeah.
No way that came out.
There's no way.
Oh, let's go.
Did it?
Take a quick glance. Hit the Google. Let me know.
I
don't
bought
know.
4 just now.
I don't believe that. I think maybe at one point it had a release date around this time. Who knows? No, I don't think so. And I think Tommy Tallarico's been basically in hiding ever since the H Bomber guy video, right? So no way.
Amico is now just like an Italian restaurant in Little Italy.
Delicious.
That's
we're
where you
gonna
should
come
go.
to an Amico. We're gonna give you a chicken parmigiano.
There you go.
There we go.
I see
I'm
no
allowed to do
evidence of
that.
it being released.
Okay.
No.
Thank
No,
God.
we're
then.
being gaslit. It's
Hell
probably
yeah.
wait, who sent this email? Was it Tommy?
No, it says not Tommy.
Like,
okay.
Suspicious.
This is the weirdest form of marketing ever to get you, to promote your
Yeah.
console.
Well, we got.
All right. That does it for the emails this week. Once again, you can send your emails to bombcast@giantbomb.com. I read every single one. And then I laugh to myself. If it's a nice specific message, I'll copy and paste it to a specific person. And just write in about whatever you want. Ask a question, do whatever you want. But now, folks, it is time for the shout outs. If you're watching live, I hope you were behaving. We're only taking the top 25. First shout out is a shout out that I wrote down. Congrats to Box. Helps around the site occasionally for the new addition to the family.
Hey.
Congrats to Timothy on his newborn baby. Shouts out to Femboys. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. On behalf of Giant Bomb, I, Janet Choa, am officially reporting. No, I'm not going to say that.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Jeff Bacalar has a baby mouth. Tim Sweeney can fuck a kilometer of dicks. Tony Khan is going crazy on X. 30 minutes commercial free and overruns. Wrestling fans eating good tonight. Dan streamed Kingdom Hearts 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. Mike streamed BMX XXX. Brought to you by Titanfall 2, Titanfall 2, Titanfall 2, Titanfall 2 controller crew. Shouts out to Bananas and Apples and Sour Cream, you lovely monsters. The Wednesday Night Wars are back, baby. As a fan of cheesy and or over-the-top action movies, Dan, you should totally check out Kita Amiya's Hokkaido. If you are justice, set flowers on fire by holding them, then I am evil. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Executives with no practical skills or tangible contributions to the company's products. Smiley face. Be honest, Sekiro Choa isn't coming back. Never say never, folks. Hell yeah, the board games. Dan, Thunder Road Vendetta. It's Twisted Metal meets Fury Road. All chaos.
Whoa,
Everyone.
okay.
Fox in the Forest. 2-player chill. Smooches.
I
Four
think
and
I'd
a-
rather play Dan's game than Fox in the Forest.
that
That's
sounds
probably
hella
good.
cool.
Oh, Thunder Road's a board game. Okay. Huh.
Thunder Road Vendetta. Okay, I'm gonna mark that for me to check out as well. 4.5 podcast points in America equals 7 podcast points at the Tokyo Dome. Mike Minotti Mondays.
Mike Minotti Mondays. I like it. Mike Minotti.
Hey, Mike.
Blight Club Extra Punishing Edition recommendations, the Takeshi's Castle video game they made for the Famicom. This game is made by a man who hates video games. Hey, that Walmart movie you were talking about earlier is Where the Heart Is with John Cusack and Natalie Portman about a pregnant homeless teen that tries to secretly live in Walmart. It sucks.
There you go. Oh.
The people want it. Minotti's way too scary Halloween game stream party.
What's the scariest game I could play?
all right,
what's
I'm
the
skipping 21.
scariest- Wait.
Put alcohol.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Put alcohol in motorsports video games as buffs, you cowards. Let's start with Mario Kart. No, don't do that. Give me an option to replace alcohol in games with the worst stuff. Like, okay, you all are just going wild right now.
Yeah, relax, everyone.
Everyone relax. Dear Jan, this is the shout-outs. You're fired. Oh, shit. And last but
Because you
not
wouldn't read them, you coward.
What a way to find out.
last but not least, okay, Cyberpunk has its Cyberbump, and you go to the hiccup doc. All right, that is the shout-outs. Oh, my God. You guys are going insane. We're not... I may need to rethink the shout-outs, but there's a lovely picture of a cat in the document right now. Folks, what's happening this week?
Weird one.
It's a weird one.
Weird one.
It's a very weird one.
We're all over the place, right?
Going to be all over the place.
Yeah. I guess, Dan and I haven't talked about Blake Club tomorrow, but obviously we cannot do more Special Forces without Grubb here.
No.
I have some ideas, though. There's, I don't mean to spring this, but there is that RoboCop demo for that new RoboCop game.
There is.
There is that.
Okay.
Still got the suit?
I could maybe.
You don't get rid of that suit. What do you mean?
I don't
know.
care. You don't get rid of a free Halloween costume in October. I mean, come on.
Please.
No way.
What Mike is wearing right now, that's the real costume. We've
This is
unlocked
the
who's
real
really
costume.
underneath, and it's Robo
Yeah.
Bitch.
I'm Batman. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like, what's the real persona anymore, right?
Voicemail dump truck this week?
Yes.
Yes. I believe Game Mess mornings should resume Thursday and Friday. We will have some type of UPF. I kind of want it to be a spooky one. I kind of want to do a scary
Boo.
one. I'm thinking Phasmophobia again. I'm thinking.
Oh.
I'm trying to rope other people that aren't into scary games. So one of those people being Mike right now.
I think that'd be great.
And I know that Bailey also doesn't like scary games. So
Good.
you know,
Like what you're
Sounds like
doing
a
here.
crew. Yes.
and then I'm gonna make Grubb play it in VR.
Oh, this is all good. Yes, this is all good.
This is all good. I think
Yes.
this is what we should be doing. Also, folks, nothing bad can happen on a Thursday night or a Friday night, specifically Friday nights. Stay tuned after the voicemail dump truck for some special business. Get your specific utensils out because
Hell yeah.
Oh, yes.
should
My
we just say it?
toothpick.
Let's just say it. We should just say it.
Yeah, we should say it.
Friday Night Forkin' returns to Giant Bomb this Thursday.
Yay.
Switching up the formulae just a bit because there's some events happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got some stuff going on. He's already been doing it over at _winbag on Twitch. If you want to get caught up on the lore of the season, I
The
would
rich
tune
lore.
in this week. Yes. As always, talking to him, he is his brain is. He puts a lot of thought and a lot of work into this.
Yes. Oh, and we should say I'll be on Friday Night Forking with the Windbag this week.
Wow.
I don't, he's our dear friend. I'm just happy to see him all the time. You know what?
Yes.
Maybe one of you guys should pop on Friday Night Forking the week afterwards.
It's going to happen.
Well, that
He should
sounds
sing
great.
another song
Yes.
about me.
Maybe-
when he does that.
Maybe this season we'll have a Giant Bomb personality pop on every episode of Friday Night
perhaps.
Forking on giantbomb.com. Only Mike is not getting another song. He can't have that.
Yeah,
It's
you
too
already
much.
got
It's his
gifted
most,
that.
it's his most popular clip.
Yeah.
Uh,
Exactly. So you don't need another one. You're good.
That's true. You can't top it.
No Jeffs this week, correct?
That is correct. Back next week.
Back next week. Who knows? We'll probably do a quick look maybe or something regarding new games coming out eventually. But thank you for listening to the Giant Bombcast. I've been your host, Jan. He has been Jeff. He has been Dan. He has been Mike. They have been Niki, but they had to leave after the first segment. And you have been beautiful. You're looking real great lately. Looking, and allow me to look and say this respectively, looking mighty tasty. We'll see you next week for another episode of the Giant Bombcast.
I can fix you.
Shouts out to the bimbos, himbos, and thembos. The Giant Bombcast is now over. Get the hell out.